Oh, now I can see this. It's kind of cool. Okay. Eesh. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It is Rock on the stream. Since we're doing Hype Lounge, I put us in a different category. I put us in chatting category because we're gonna possibly have some people come on. Let me turn this music. This music is loud in my ears. Let me do that. So we'll see how it all pans out. Let's see where everybody's at. So I'm gonna be a little bit all over the place because I might have to set up some things. I want to see if we're gonna still if we're gonna on if we're gonna draw on the whatchamacallit, draw on the I can't even think right now, on Magma Studios. So I'll find out what everybody wants to do. Still wait for the people to jump in, and yeah, we'll see what's up. For now though, we might as well just keep working on these boards while we're here. So okay, and I am adding in trying to think how I should frame this. So I mean, I think this is fine, but okay, move him. Kind of just want to show his hand actually in the thing, something like this. Well, let's get to this real quick. His hand reaching down. The previous shot, we see him, or the two previous ones, we see him roll into the thing. So I'm trying to think if I will go back to what we originally had. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Oh, we got some yeah, this is some Tekken some Tekken madness over here. Yo, UK Gov, UK Gov, yo, thanks for the follow. Eesh, I'm gonna try to keep my eyes on everything. So, yo, thank you guys for the follows. That was really quick. Maybe I should be doing this, doing this on the instead of the drawing section, just the chatting section. I mean, I'm gonna be talking a lot. Anyway, so yo, thank you guys for coming through, checking out. Yeah, that I don't know if I want his head in the frame, so I'm thinking that I'll probably do that. Shelby, what's good with it, yo? Chubby Goddess, is that you, Shelby? Who's rating this thing up? Eesh. Yo, guys, what's good? What's popping? So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do that. I don't know what I want to do. Hey, with the raid, yo, with the raid. Thank you, family. Thank you. All right. I'll figure that out later. This I need to figure out. Okay, cool. Thank you, Shubi. East. And I have to have his hand. I don't know, his hand's gonna be in here. I know this is kind of small. I'm sorry, guys, yo. I just trying to block it out. And then I'm gonna split this panel because originally I had him jumping back up like that, but we're gonna take that out, and we're going to do something else with this. So these panels, I should delete this. Let me split this real quick, and let me there's another pose that I had him. I actually had him in the. Why is this turning this off? This is all pink. Yeah, so let me see how else this is working. Maybe. Okay, I'm just trying to check all this stuff going on. So I need him to like get his hand up and grab. So let me actually split this too, because I might kind of keep this like this. But I feel kind of rushed, and I need Ryu grabbing. So I'm just gonna erase some of this, and let me turn this off too. Let me just gotta think of how he would. You gotta think about like where your body would be at when you're trying to grab up, because he's probably gonna rest on this shoulder right here. So this would need to move. I kind of like this song. Let me. I think I like it. Let me save these. I need to save all the songs that are in this little playlist thing so I could play them. All right. Yeah, it's a little bop. It's a little. Dang, how would. Yeah, he would. Yeah, you can do that. I'm trying to think if your body could do that. He basically like be reaching up. Ken's hands right here, right? I'm cool with the. Yeah. So just getting that idea out there, right? Actually have to have him like get up. So I think I'll just keep splitting these. Let me start. I'm gonna delete these ones because I'm not gonna feel like I'm trying to save them. All right, Brandon fam, what's good with it, bro? Let me yeah, B, let me know if you want to I can get in the Discord so we can I wish it'd be so cool if I had like those little icons. I'll just go on the voice channel and in there. So I'll be in there when everybody's in there. Yeah, listen out for you guys. Chris, what is up, yo? East. So I'm in voice chat. Anybody wants to come in, then you guys can come through. And then I gotta just make sure my music is down. I'm gonna make sure that we can hear everybody. Hopefully Brandon got his mic close to his mouth. His mouth of his. So we can hear him. Yeesh. Dang. Okay. Let me what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm deleting all these. Let me kind of zoom in. Yeesh. This mic is in the way, so I gotta wrap myself around. Yeah. Again, we're trying to show the wow, that looks kind of weird. No body. So let me just add. It's alright, like Kim would be like here. So again, just pace placement, guys. Just pace placement right now. Everything could, and it'd be. I probably should like yeah, draw the full body so I can. I know this looks so goofy. I should like fully figure it all out. Eesh. We're taking this out too. This is not going to be here anymore. So okay, cool. Yeah, Pris, yeah. Come on through. Oh, shoot. All right, guys, welcome. Dr. Brandonian Syndrome in the building here.
Welcome, party people. And welcome anybody who's on my chat. All four of you suckers. Welcome, Rok-Mo, to my stream.
What's up, guys? Well, yeah, my name is Rok-Mo. It's nice to meet you. Good.
Brandonian, for everybody on Rok-Mo stream. It's a pleasure to meet y'all. I hope y'all are having a good Saturday evening.
I was smiling so bright right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why. I guess I wasn't prepared. Eesh. Let's go. Let's go.
Saturday night, you're supposed to smile.
I
Yeah,
know.
we're all doing.
I should make my screen, my little camera bigger so people could see how huge my smile is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Pris, you're in here too, yeah?
Yes, I am. I just got
Oh,
in.
nice. Nice and clear, you guys. Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome, the awesome Pris. Pris, do you want me to call you Pris or do you want me to...
You can call me Priz. Prisma's cool. Paris is also acceptable. But I think Brand just labeled me Priz and it sticks with everybody. I'm really cool with that.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
lazy, so I try and go for like the easiest nickname I can remember. So if I don't have to say the full name, it works. So, sometimes you just go with, Priz.
Dude, we don't even call you Brandon. We just call you B, and everybody knows
Yeah,
what we're talking about.
exactly.
So, I mean, I think it fits. I think Priz is okay. I'm really okay with that.
I had a name once upon a time, and then life just took it away from me. Now all I
Yeah.
have is an initial. That's it.
You have a letter.
Go by
Is that
the
Kendall in the chat too? Is this Kendall up here?
Yeah,
Let
I'm
me-
here.
Come on, bro.
Welcome.
We got Kendall in the building, Kendall in the chat.
I'm
Damn,
glad
it is a party.
What's up, y'all?
Yo. Also, too, Kendall, are you streaming by any chance right now?
I am not. I just turned on everything just now.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Because
good.
if anybody's streaming, I want to jump on your stream. Brandon, I'm going to jump on your stream real quick. And,
Hooray!
guys, well, yeah, I guess I'll try to link you in the into my chat. And he's also on the... I guess you just click his name. It's Brandon. You can click their names. That's where they are.
I'll link yours in my chat just in case, just to be safe, for anybody who's in here that might not already be a follower on your page. Because for some reason, I have people who watch me from different parts of the world. Like, I didn't even know people cared about my life in Alaska. How does that work?
Damn. Okay. About to be international soon.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest parts of the world.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Now I know Justin and Dustin. So interesting saying both of their names. They may be coming through, so we'll listen out for them.
Yeah.
And then
It's really just I think Justin's still probably like passed out.
Maybe working? Oh.
Oh, no. I think he got home and then was just like, I'm gonna clock out before I get on. So
okay.
if I see you. If I don't, well, you know where I am.
Okay, cool. And then Dustin, I let him know, so he may be coming through. He knows we're here, so.
Yeah. The
Nice.
great thing is, like, speaking of Dustin, fun thing, I don't think I ever really got a chance to mention it. I got my PSN working, so now I can do online.
Oh my gosh,
Dun,
here we go.
The day he's not here and you're running it back. The day he's not
You know
here,
what?
you're calling out
I
for the
for
run it back.
my friend, you know what? I am not scared of anybody. Anybody can get this work, and by work I mean fight on my terms and on my time.
Wow.
That's convenient for me.
Okay, I don't know who's like recording this, but I'm sure Dustin's gonna watch the replay and be like,
Yeah,
okay,
he's gonna watch
okay.
it.
Yo,
See how hype you are right now, so. Oh my gosh. Cool. Well, how's everybody? How's you guys' days been and all that goodness?
Well, I actually just finished a drawing class with a group earlier, and I
Nice.
don't know, if I was having a weird time at class. Like, I wasn't getting the results I wanted, so I tried to stop fighting it and just scribbled away. So that was it was an interesting experience. I think I'm just having a hard time with the medium right now. So
I see. Interesting. But I like the whole, like, you said you just pretty much kind of let go and just.
yeah, like instead of fighting with the pose and trying to, I guess, compartmentalize it or try to understand it on a technical level, I was just trying to do shapes, whatever I'm seeing,
Nice.
and just like letting everything flow. Because I don't know. I'm not a great technical artist.
Yeah.
So I do better when I draw what I see. But
Yeah.
I'm trying, like, after talking to you guys like a few weeks ago, I'm trying to take a more technical approach where like I'm really looking at the structure of things and trying to make like a realistic representation. And I was like, wow, I really do need to go get back on my fundamentals and learn something, because this is just challenging as fuck. So.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Yeah, cause I like the whole like simplifying. I don't know. I find myself like, trying to simplify these. I mean, cause the body in itself, just the rules, and it's just a lot. And I mean, yeah, I guess with all us going back to fundamentals and all this kind of stuff, all that stuff helps out, and learning the structure and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess I always find myself. Like, I like how you said, you know, what is the shape? Like, let me see if I can, like, get the shape down, this shape or whatever. Yeah, and Kendall knows that, because I'm always like, yo, the shape, what's the simple shape? What's the simple, little thing to go off of?
You guys are on top of it. Like, I was looking through your guys' pages throughout the week, and I was like, oh my God, like, I should not even be sitting among these dudes.
Oh my gosh, get out of here with that. I mean, get in here with that.
Nah.
For real, no, for real.
We're just human beings trying to do the best we can.
I know, but it was just the work that I saw. I was like, wow, I'm speechless, because first of all, I don't touch digital media. I have not touched digital medium in forever. So I'm pretty sure that's just garbage right now. I've been working exclusively out of Black Book for like the last, I'd say 2 years now. So.
But you were doing digital the other week. We did freaking Hype Lounge, or we did this. Yeah, so I'm like, it's the same thing.
It might take some time whenever you eventually. I believe you will. I think you'll eventually like jump back into digital whenever the feeling hits. And when you do, you won't be that serious. Especially if you like keep hanging out with us. You can learn all our mistakes. That way you don't do it.
I'm a bit technical. I'm a bit technically challenged right now, because like I got somebody's stream on my iPad, and like I don't have good programs on my computer. Like my computer's slow, so I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna just keep it analog.
Like, just gonna keep it simple. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's my cheat.
Though.
That's my cheat code. It's just like maximizing my pencils and markers.
Nice.
But anyway, that was my day. I'm sure y'all had a completely different experience for Saturday. So.
How has my day been? My day's been. It feels like it's been all over the place, and I didn't really get much done for what I need to be getting done. It was like these animatics and stuff like that. But I'm trying to like just be okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm always like so stressed, like in the back of my mind, I'm so behind. Like, it's just running in my head all day. And I'm like, no, we don't do that anymore. We don't just go off of, these foggy emotions of like, I'm losing. I'm not losing. We're taking that out of the, and I'm like, no, things are good. And I'm gonna take it one step at a time, and maybe I should rest a little bit today, have a little fun, play a game, something like that, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's, and then I was like, I hit up Brandon, was like, yo, like, let's do Hype Lounge, let's see if we can do this, so, yeah, we're here. So, shoot, man, yeah.
What's your business, dude? Yeah, like, and I know that's one of the things that we've always we talked about and that we struggle with is like, man, I can't afford to really waste any kind of time like enjoying myself, like watching this movie or playing this game because I got to do this and I got to get to work. And if I'm not working, like, or if I'm not always grinding, like, I'm a failure and I'm never gonna like reach my dreams or anything like that. And all these weird negative things that like hold us down, or like being negative in order to try and make ourselves reach a positive outcome, and it just doesn't make sense. So no, it's not like, it's not, what's the best way I can describe it? My cat is sitting on the chair. you're not like just wasting your time. It's not like you wake up and get baked and just don't do anything. It's like, well, time to watch movies for 6 hours and then probably take a nap and then wait. I'm gonna play video games for like 9 hours. No, you're not doing that. Like, I know, especially because it's you. It's like, this is nothing more than a 2, maybe 3 hour break if you're being real generous with yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
Right.
that's something I know we keep talking about. It's like, you've always got to remember, because I think what it is we're also, I don't know about you, but this is me. We're also like, I'm comparing myself to like, other professionals out there that we see who are like in the industry. It's like, man, they're working nonstop, or it looks like they're working nonstop, and all you ever hear them talk about is like, yo, I'm staying up late, like working on this project or working on that project. It's like that. Yes, they do that, but that's not the full encompass of their daily lives. We just latch onto the things, or we think we're latching onto the things that make them successful. And especially in like the last couple of years, where it's like, oh, you gotta keep on grinding, like grind 24/7 in order to like, be the best or whatever, be able to say that like you're working, because it's yeah. I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again. It's just weird grind culture. And there's nothing wrong with working your ass off. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But there's no one in here on the face of this planet that grinds for 24 hours. I guarantee you that it's not possible. It's not true. It doesn't exist. Don't listen to the gram. Don't follow people on Twitter who say grind life 24/7. If you ain't grinding, you ain't trying. Shut up. You woke up 5 hours ago and ate Fruit Loops for dinner. I don't want to hear from you. Lying. Grind, like, constant grind culture is a that'll kill you. If you grind 24/7, guess
Right.
what? You're dead before the month is over. Like, well, I grinded. I did the best I could. I'm dead. No.
Right.
No. Stop that.
Stop that.
I think the challenge though for me today was just like, because I'm comparing myself to what I did say like 2 weeks ago, and then I realized like I can catch my mistakes now.
Nice.
And it's that point where I guess it's a point in your own progress where you're like, I already know what I'm capable of producing. How come I can't do this like on a consistent basis? And that's the part that's challenging me today. I'm like, maybe I should take it easy on myself, because I have been working really hard, but like I know I can whip something out really cool or whatever. Like I can impress myself next time, but maybe not tonight. And I guess that's what I was having a really hard time with that at class, and I was so frustrated with it. I'm like, I'm gonna not fight that. I'm gonna just do whatever feels comfortable and like just let the lines do what they do.
Right. But and I like that you mentioned that, because from everything you just told me, it's like, okay, so she just grew. She leveled up. Like, she's able to catch certain things that she doesn't want to do anymore. And that is the sign of growth as an artist. It really just is. It's like, I used to do this, don't want to do this, and taking this out will just end up making me better overall. And yeah, you're still gonna have to deal with those days where sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail. Sometimes you're at that point and can just do anything and everything, and it feels great, and you feel like 10 feet tall like Superman. Miss Fix, sit your cat ass down. And then there are other days where it's like, you can't draw a damn thing. Like this line, I just want to draw a decent straight line, and for some reason, your body or your brain is just like, not today, player. And that's the part that's frustrating, but we all have those days. But I applaud you for being able to, catch yourself. That's amazing.
Now, I'm sure everybody has those moments where they find themselves looking at their own work and they realize, oh, you know what? This would actually look better if but then like they can't do it because they're so burnt out on everything that they've been working on. So I don't know. I guess I'm just saying on my own personal experiences. I don't know about everybody else. If you guys experience art burnout or. I guess that should be my question, like my first question of the night is if anybody deals with burnout, which I'm sure you guys do, and how do you cope with it? Or what do you do? What are things that you do to cope with your own burnout?
Rok-Mo, that's all you, player.
No. Why? Wait.
I run
Yo,
my mouth
why
to
are you
mouth.
putting
Everybody
spotlight
hears
on
me
the
all
man?
the time. They're sick of me. They
Oh
want to
my
hear from
gosh.
people.
This is interesting. How to deal with burnout. I don't know. It's weird because it's like sometimes I feel like I'm always burnt out. Like I'm always trying to climb up. Like, okay, how do I get better? How do I not be the old me? How do I, how do I see what is correct or how to make this illustration, whatever. And I don't know. It's kind of, I think, I don't know. Because I think like, I'm thinking that all the time. Like every time I'm drawing, it's like that. And I think, but I'm trying to, I guess, be more patient with myself. And now I guess I'm trying to have more fun. So I'm trying to be like, okay, well, like I'm struggling and I don't, like, I don't know. Like the thought came in and it came back out. But, but it's like, I'm trying to have fun now. I'm like, wait, no, I'm a part of this. Like my natural, like I am human. I was gonna say inhuman. This imperfect me is a part of this thing that I'm creating. Like, let me allow for that to have a place in it. Let me allow for me to mess up. Let me allow myself room to breathe, to get it wrong 80 times. What if getting it wrong? What if this, like, this idea of like, I mean, well, something can actually be wrong when you're drawing it, or it's not. And I mean, I guess it's your perception.
You're right. You're on the right track, though. It sounds correct because, like, I heard this on your podcast. By the way, I was listening to it, and then you were talking about how like there's no time for perfection. There's no time for perfection.
The podcast went back online this week, so you can go check out
Oh my
the brand new episode entitled "Perfect." You can find that on SoundCloud.
I think that's exactly what Mans is talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, precisely. So, no, I was hearing that. I was like, wow, Rok-Mo made a really good point. Like, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to screw things up. It's okay to not be perfect. Like, that's the beauty in imperfection, is that it is whatever you want it to be. So I guess that's the lesson for me today. So.
Yeah, right. And that, like, that's okay, Yeah, so like that's where I'm like been heading mostly as I'm trying to work or everything. Just like even today, I'm like, okay, look, like, yeah, today I didn't finish all the stuff that like I dreamed of, but I didn't even really plan it out anyway. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just be okay with what's happening. Like, right. I want to be more comfortable or more acknowledging of what is happening instead of what is not happening according to my insane goals in my brain, but like, hey, it's okay, so yeah,
it's creating your own standard. Like, you create the standard. No one defines what that perfection or what that limit is. So that makes total sense. Yes.
But even and like I'm creating it, but at the same time I'm like trying to like not, because it's like I'm almost trying not to become my own god, because if I'm creating all the like, this is good, this is bad, like I fail that mess so many times and I go to sleep so upset with myself, and it's because I put that up there. You know what I mean? I put that bar way high, and so like I'm like, okay, look, like, because me, I'm like, yo, I love working hard. I want to see some super results, but like that can be dangerous. That can be like so painful for myself, So I'm like, okay, look, Rock, or look, Reggie, talking to myself, like, yo, like I know you want to do this, but like you even need to take a step back out of like even your own like brain or own desires or whatever, and so yeah. Something like that.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, dude. Appreciate that.
Yeah. We're still learning.
great.
We're still, I'm still trying to figure things out too. So, ugh.
I know Justin's in the chat, but I don't know if he wants to say
Eee.
anything. So
Wait, did
I don't
somebody
know.
enter the chat? And I'm not.
Justin is in the Discord, but he's kind of quiet. So I don't know if he wants to say anything on this topic. I don't know if Kendall wants to say anything on this topic, but I want to like reach out to them and ask like, how do you guys deal with art block? No, I'd really love to hear from the other guys and just know like what are different approaches to how you, I guess, unblock yourself or release yourself from whatever tension that's holding you back.
Good question. Good question. Well, first of all, hi everyone.
Hey.
Man.
I've been just quiet for the last 10 minutes, so.
My man lurks. I like that.
Yeah. No, I'm just working on my other thing, but while you guys talking, I think how do I deal with like blocks is just kind of stop for me. It's just kind of stop for a few days, just kind of, and then don't touch it or whatever. Then I kind of look around on Instagram or ArtStation, and I kind of get jealous. It's like, you know what? Let me do that too. That's how I do. That's how I do it.
Oh,
that's
you
how
get
I
art
do it.
envy.
Yeah, that's pretty much. It's more of sometimes spite helps me. Like, oh, you can't do this. Like sometimes, yeah, mine's very different from all that. Mine's pretty simple. It's like, oh, it's like someone told me I suck. They're like, well, I'll show you. It's just like, But all serious.
Your artwork is insane, man. By the way, props. I saw your page and I was just like, my jaw dropped. The instant I was scrolling, I was like, "What is this guy doing during the daytime? That is not like."
Oh,
now I can see why like Drew Struzan told you that. I was like, "What? This man told you what?" It's crazy.
I take lots of naps. I told Brandon that earlier today.
Do naps help with your creativity?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Because,
okay, y'all heard it on the stream, everybody. Everybody needs to take naps for their creative.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I took a nap before I started. Yay!
For everyone, sleep as much as you can.
Yeah, because I work early in the morning. Like I start working around 5:30 in the morning, and I don't get too much time to draw as like I used to.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the blockage. I just kind of, I don't know. I kind of just like see myself like if you're not doing anything. Well, it's hard to explain it. It's really hard. Like if you just stand around, you're not going to do anything. So you better do at least something for an hour or 45 minutes to get something done. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. It's really hard to really.
It sounds like.
I'm really lazy. So that's. I'm really lazy.
You can't. No, based off the work that you put out, you cannot be. That's impossible.
Nah.
That's impossible, dude. That's impossible. You're putting in work. It's clear that the work is there, but it sounds like that you're maximizing your time with the naps that you're giving yourself. Like that's where you get like energy boosts. It's like, okay, I can't work on it now. I don't have energy now. Let me raise that bar up and then come back to it when I have it. Or let me come back to it when I have fresh eyes. Like I hear that a lot of my job. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because I don't know. This is like you're beating yourself up because I'm assuming that everyone is in their late 20s, early 30s, and
there was a quiet pause.
Well, I'm the youngest one, I think, but
that's crazy. Props to you, dude.
Yeah, but I learned that like
just rub it in. I'm almost dead. It's okay.
No, but it's like if we work in animation or video games or whatever, you're not going to have too much time to really sleep. So take advantage while
That's true. That's exactly what Brandon was saying earlier too. He was like people in the industry assuming I don't know anybody in the industry right now, so assuming that they're working like let's say 12 hours a day. I feel like that's probably their standard. I would want to say that that's like their standard. Yeah. Just because of the type of the quality that has to be put out for them. Mm-hmm. I would want to assume that that's what's expected of them, just because they have to consistently put out work that looks like the next best thing, or it's like the next best CGI or whatever rendering that they're doing. So you know what? I take it back. I do know a couple of people in the industry, but it's not. I don't know if it's animation or if it's for like if they're teaching. That's the thing. Like I don't know if they're actively pursuing the animation or if they're teaching it now. So.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I'm just not. I don't really think too hard about these kind of things. I just like if I'm tired, I'm tired. If I don't try to think too philosophical on things.
Dude, that is a wonderfully and that's not an insult. That is a wonderfully simple philosophy to have.
Exactly. Yeah, it's so simple.
It's instinct, and people will ignore that instinct. Like, yo, I'm tired. I should probably take a nap or a power nap or something like that.
Because he's not thinking about it.
Nah, man, I gotta keep working. I gotta keep hustling. I'm gonna keep pushing myself till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, I mean, I did that earlier. I did that earlier in my early 20s, and I almost got carpal tunnel. And I was like, oh, never mind, don't do that. Don't do that.
Man.
Like those 10-hour, like those 10-hour days of training and stuff like that. So
that was the only time Justin said, "I'm gonna stop." Is when he almost got carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
Yo.
Jeez.
Wow. This is about to mess up my life. Absolutely not.
Yeah. That's why I posted that meme on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I saw that today.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So funny. But I think Brandon is right. Like the way how you simplified it makes it it's so easy to follow, and yet some of us are still like, nope, I'm gonna overthink it. I'm gonna overdo it because that's just me. But that's cool. I'm happy knowing that you have a system that works for you, because I've tried napping, but napping after 30 is like you go into a different dimension. It changed, like for real. Like you could take a 2-hour nap and it turns into like 5 a.m. Like what happened to time? What happened to time? Like where did I go? I thought I was just knocked out, sleep for 10 minutes. That would the sun was still out while I was up, and now like nobody's here. Like what the it's really like that sometimes. So I understand the sleep struggle too. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kendall, any thoughts on art blocks?
Um.
Or if not, you don't have to. Don't feel obligated because I'm outing you right now.
Right. I guess while you guys were talking, I was trying to think of something, because honestly, I guess in my situation, I guess, because I guess I'm not on the, and I hate doing the whole comparison thing. It's like, I guess as far as with me, it's like I'm not I guess I don't have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Shoot, I just had it on the tip of my tongue.
Portfolio pieces, entries.
Yeah,
projects.
Like Justin and Brandon and Reggie, just as as far as with their professions and stuff like that. With me, I don't have a lot, so it's like I do kind of have that issue, but it's like I'm still kind of going through it. I'm still trying to figure it out as far as just how to handle it and how to get out of just the funks, the rut, that sort of thing. So it's just that's all I'm pretty much gonna say. I'm still learning, and even just trying to hear from them and just other videos and stuff like that. Well, that's pretty much it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna keep it short.
No, but that's cool though, because the fact that you don't have your portfolio yet means that you have the potential to build it into whatever you want. Like you could do a whole theme of drawings or a theme of projects for yourself, and that's how you build your portfolio pieces. I was just reading about this because my dumbass was like, why don't I go into fashion design? And then I watched some YouTube videos on how to get started. I'm like, nope, this is too much work that I'm not ready to do.
Oh my God.
But one of the things that I valued from hearing those videos, they were talking about how, like, to build a good portfolio, you focus on like a single theme and then just grind as many things out of that as you can. And for the, in essence, if it's for a fashion designer, they would create several different looks based on specific textures that they were going to study, or they were going to study specific fabrics and how to drape it on top of a mannequin or something. I was like, this is clever. Like, why did I never look at it this way? And like coming from an illustrator's perspective, that would give you, I guess, a good feel for like we were talking about earlier, like what you're comfortable drawing or what you're not comfortable drawing, or what you feel is a good medium for you, or what works well for you. So like that's one way for you to build your portfolio pieces should you decide to take that route. I don't know what it is that you want to do for art, but I feel like you have the potential. Like it's so nice to just be a beginner and like learn all those cool things, because everything becomes a new discovery every day.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I appreciate the input from everybody though. Like I wanted to hear from everybody because it was cool last time. Like trying to push everybody to talk today too.
Right.
Trying to think of other questions I had, because that was one of the big ones I was thinking about before Brand called me in. I don't know if anyone else had any inquiries for the evening.
No, I'm glad you came with questions.
Bro,
we need subject material.
I totally didn't think about. I was just like, let's
I
get
thought we were
on.
just hanging out.
No, it's cool.
Anyone?
We're just gonna talk about dumb stuff.
Wait, Justin was gonna say something. I heard him speak. He was gonna ask, did anyone something?
Yeah, it's like, does anyone watch WandaVision? Like, I thought we were talking.
Oh
about
yeah,
stuff
I just saw the recent episode,
Nice.
like two hours ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So pretty much everybody caught it. Great. I don't know about anybody else, but you have like a hard time staying away from social media when those new episodes come out, because I used to remember not too long ago, there used to be an etiquette on spoilers, even when social media was just getting started. And if something came out like during the weekend, like let's say it came out on a Friday, you had that entire weekend to catch up at least. You had 2 days. And then after that, it was free game to talk about if it was something new. Like now with shows like The Walking Dead, which came on in like Sundays, yeah, that was more tricky because you're going to see everybody, your coworkers and friends and stuff on Monday morning. But now, because I believe it's pretty much every night at midnight, or every Friday at midnight is when a new episode gets released, and people are talking about it and posting on it like on social media by like 3 to 4 a.m. It's like, ain't y'all got work in the morning? Can you like give me a break? Like, can you like at least wait until, I don't know, Sunday to start kind of giving in-depth little bits and pieces about the episode, so you don't spoil it for somebody like me who wakes up at a normal time, like a normal person, watches it in the middle of the day? But that's just me, and that's my rant on spoilers for new shows and social media. My name is Brandon Lane, and welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you very much.
I am so glad I don't watch TV. I'm so glad I don't watch streaming services. I just don't make time for it, and that's why I'm like, okay, I guess that's the cool new thing. I don't know what's going on, but I assume this is a spoiler. So, I don't know. I don't consume enough TV or movies to know or to be sweating about spoilers now, I guess. And like I feel kind of bad because I'm like, damn, I wish I knew what the hell they were talking about. I'm so lost.
I'm the same
And
way.
see, now I can kind of get back into my rant about spoilers because, okay, well, Prince doesn't watch it. She doesn't care. So we can kind of talk about it now until she like decides, oh, hey, wait, Brand, like loan me or like Disney Plus so I can watch this. I'm like, shit.
Nah, I'm gonna say stuff like that. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, what's that called? And I'm gonna never pursue it.
Like never even look at it.
Never pursue it. I just want to know what its name is so I could go on about the rest of my life, dude. Like I'm cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like I pretty much missed out on like a bunch of shows. Like, you know, the only thing I watch nowadays is maybe like a few 2 or 3 shows, and then mostly some animes here and there. But it's like I'm like so behind on a lot of stuff.
I'm so sad. Like I want to watch anime, but I'm not making time for it. Like I just have other things that I want to do. Like,
Yeah,
there's
that's like
never
me
enough
too.
time.
I'm just lazy.
Yeah, I don't even have it.
Just as like I have time, but sleep is more important.
Exactly.
I'm just,
Smart.
I don't know. I always get very intimidated with Netflix when I hit, you know, the dum, the
Oh my
sound.
god. No, for
And
real.
the-
It is though. It is. Like have you ever heard like there's too much of a good thing? That I feel like
Yeah.
that's what Netflix became.
Yeah.
And now when I'm trying to find content that I actually want to see, I'm like, this is not a Netflix. Now I got to get HBO Plus or whatever. Now I got to
Okay,
subscribe to several other things I don't need.
I'm gonna get HBO
Nah,
Plus
see, that's why
once.
you like bum it off your friends. Like, let them buy it and then say, hey, like, on your account.
Bro, when am I gonna?
Like me,
You
I
have to
moved.
binge that stuff though. You really have to. I feel like.
No, you don't. You wait until the entire season is done, and then you watch it at your leisure. Like, people are telling me about series and
But-
shows that happened like 4 or
But
5
dude,
years ago.
like, okay, realistically, the last time I sat down to watch anime was when I was unemployed. I was not doing anything, and I was like, let me go rewatch Evangelion because I never finished it. And then I finished it. And I was like, I still don't understand what the hell's going on in the show. Why did I like the animation, but I have no idea what's going on. But now I know where it's at. Like it's like. But again, it's like I made
That's
time for
fair.
it because I was not working, and like it's like when you work, back to that grind culture BS. It's like, okay, I guess I have a half hour to spend on something, and then so now we have multiple choices. We could either sleep like Justin, or we could think about it like Rok-Mo, or we could watch something else like Brandon, or we could just skip it like. We could just skip it like Kendall, and we have multiple choices. So you pick, dude. You pick.
This round table comes with options.
Oh my gosh, that was so awesome.
Now, see, Priz just turns the whole shit off, and she's like, "Nah, I'm not doing this.
Not even gonna do it.
I'm not doing this. Nope. Analog, baby. We go analog in here.
Like, I'm going outside. Nah, this is too much stress. Quick.
I'm going for a walk. It was too stressful. Watching TV was too stressful, so I went for a walk. Like, too many choices, too many options. I can't handle it. I gotta go breathe. My mind needs to breathe. But like, okay, so to be fair, another part of it though, I think a reason why I haven't done digital art in a long time is because my last couple of professions would have me staring at a screen for 8 hours a day.
Yeesh.
And I'm like, I'm staring at these screens at work, and then I'm gonna go home and stare at another screen for another 5 hours. I'm gonna kill my retinas right now. Okay, no, I like my eyes. I like being able to see things. Nope, I'm cool. I'm pretty sure I think that was mentally the decision that made me not want to do digital art for a while. So that's,
Right.
I think that validates it.
That sounds about right. That sounds like some healthy math right there.
Mhm.
Yeesh. Ooh.
But you miss out though, because like I'm missing out on all these cool shows that are coming out. I didn't even know what season Naruto is on. Boruto, I don't know what it's on now. What, like, everyone's telling me that I gotta go finish Agretsuko, and I've actually seen like the first 2 seasons. I'm like, oh god, there's another one now.
Wait, what is this show?
It's the Agretsuko. It's the Sanrio show about the little red fox, and she goes metal when she gets angry at work.
Oh,
She-
yeah.
She does like
think I heard about
karaoke. Yeah.
Oh, that Netflix show.
Yeah, the Netflix. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that
it's
show.
like a cutesy
Hello
Sanrio
Kitty.
anime.
It's like a Hello Kitty thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It is
okay.
it is cute, but it's also like low-key adult satire. Like it's making fun of like working class people. Like what the fuck? It is. They talk about like work gossip and shit. I'm like, why is this in a children's show? This is being marketed as a children's show, and yet there's so many
You
like
sure?
adult issues in this thing. Really. The only reason I know this is because they had a release party for it at Aviva Music in Hollywood a few years ago, and there were a ton of kids in line. I was like, "Are we watching the same shit?" Like, okay.
Wow.
So this is so interesting. It's so interesting. No, cause she goes off, like she turns red and like she starts screaming and cussing on screen. I'm like, okay, Sanrio. Okay, setting a whole new bar. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It's interesting. It's interesting. Yep.
Just for kids, huh?
You're right. I think that's just an understatement at this point.
Oh boy. Wow.
Okay, because kids curse and watch all the stuff that our parents told us we couldn't like really watch because it'll like hurt our brains or this or that. Oh yeah, times have changed.
I guess because maybe they
I
knew
blame
that
South Park.
they knew that kids would be attracted to this stuff, so they would want to put adult type things in the dialogue. I think that's what made it a good mesh. But as a storyline, it's kind of weird because it's all about the main character trying to get a husband. I'm like, no, I'm not with that.
Nice.
Yeah, like she's getting
I have not watched
pressured.
any of that, but that's
She's
Okay.
because she gets pressured. She gets pressured to do like adult type things. It's
Oh,
like
yes,
you're in your
that's
30s and you need to settle down and this and that. And she has these weird. I don't know. Like I said, I've only seen the first 2 seasons, so that's all I know. That's about all I know about it.
Agretsuko. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing it right here, so.
It's fun. It's funny. Like if you really sit down for the first maybe 2-3 episodes, it gets pretty addicting just because of how much satire there is. Like her
Yep.
coworkers talk so much shit about her. It's funny. It's funny.
Jeez.
It is.
So that sounds like a normal work place.
Right?
Nope.
Right? You're like, I know that person. I know that person. I guarantee.
Exactly.
I
Mhm.
guarantee any one of us would watch that series and be like, I know every single person in this show. I know at least one version of this person in this show. But anyway, enough of that.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes,
Yeah,
dude,
what's
please.
up?
Okay, since we're on this topic, this is a question I want to throw out to you guys. What was like the first show, and this is what Brandon was saying, like, what was the first or 2 shows or whatever, how many shows, or I guess, what was your first show that you saw that your parents were like, you wasn't allowed to watch?
What?
This is good.
You mean like a cartoon, or you mean
Yeah,
just
like
oh,
Yeah, like a cart or anime or
I
cartoon.
probably have a whole bunch.
I'll go first. I'll name off maybe like 3 of them. I don't know if you guys remember Duckman.
Yes.
no, I never heard of
Yes.
Yeah,
wow.
I saw that show and like
Wait, which one? Say that again?
Duckman, that's freaking. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that was
Throwback.
my
That is a
jam.
throwback.
That was adult as hell, but I was
Yeah.
my jam.
dude, like when I saw that show, I think I quoted like oh boy, I quoted what Duckman was saying. He was saying Dang, what was he saying? You know what? I'm not gonna say it because it's
I'm looking at it right now. There's some funny titles on YouTube right now. There's,
yeah.
It says Duckman is something in bed with 2 kids.
Yeah. Oh man.
Boy,
That
yeah,
was
It was that wild?
yeah.
It was pretty crazy. I remember it being really raunchy for the time that it came out. It was like early 90s, I think. Early 90s.
Yeah.
Late.
It was a late night hour type of show. It was kind of
Yeah.
an adult cartoon type thing. I don't remember what lineup it was with, but I feel like it was it wasn't MTV's lineup. It was
no,
something
it was
else.
USA. It was on USA when
okay.
they really
Yes.
started getting into their original programming.
Yeah.
And it used to come on. I think it was a weekend show, if I remember correctly. I think it came on at like Sunday,
Probably.
10:30, either 10:30 or 11.
Yeah, it was one of those, exactly. It was like one of those late night, like after
Right.
the news, everybody's going to bed. Like this is like the adult animated type stuff. Yep. Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I didn't have cable until later in my teens, so
Yeah.
I couldn't. So I had like this basic channels and stuff. I think the only thing that I probably watched was Terminator.
Yes.
Ooh, wait, 1 or 2?
RoboCop. I think 2.
Yes.
T2 was so badass.
Yeah.
So badass.
Starship Troopers.
Ooh. Bloody. That
The
was
edited
so bloody.
version.
Okay.
Edited.
Oh, like
This
Those are the
is
like TV
classics.
safe, like
But
TV
this
safe
is-
version.
Yeah, this is like when it was on like channel 11 or channel 5.
Oh, I'm
Sounds
sure they
like-
edited the hell out of that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I don't know. I couldn't. Yeah, my parents didn't really stop because I was watching basic shows
Hmm.
and stuff, so I couldn't really.
They
Think of
couldn't
any.
pin you on anything.
Yeah.
There wasn't. They weren't
Yeah.
like, "Hey, stop that
Yeah.
nonsense over there."
Yeah, I don't think so. I think maybe Ghost in the Shell later in
Yeesh.
life.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Oh,
I mean-
yeah.
I knew
If they
there
knew-
was something. I knew there was something
Wasn't it
different.
edited when it came on Sci-Fi, like Saturday night?
No, you know what? I remember watching it on the Sci-Fi channel at my grandparents',
Wow.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
I thought,
God,
wow,
I miss those days.
I don't think I even caught it on TV. I just remember someone telling me to watch it, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, but I loved it. It was so weird. It was just so weird.
yeah,
But
because
I think, yeah. Go ahead.
because I was so into Power Rangers and stuff like that, like
mhm.
more action stuff. But then I saw that, and I was like, "Whoa, this is a little bit more deep into it." It's like Law and Order for anime or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Good, yeah.
No, it was just way too technical. I feel like I even
Like
after
philosophical
watching
and
it,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
watching it after all this time, I'm like, I still don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're trying to talk about. I wish they could just simplify this. No, even when they ported it as like an American live action remake, I was like, this is still really contrived and just does not make any sense at all. Like,
You know
they
what?
had-
You know what? I remember. I watched Neon Genesis Evangelion on Telemundo. On Telemundo, though.
Telemundo.
wow.
Yeah.
Wait, in Espanol.
What?
It was in
Yeah.
I didn't
Espanol.
know.
Oh,
Yeah, and Dragon
Okay.
Ball. Dragon
Oh,
Ball,
dope.
too.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I did know about. I didn't know they
It's
did
pretty dope.
either.
And then it's
Oh.
like, whoa, what is this? It's like it was later, later in the afternoon or something. It's like I think it was the end. It was the movie, the end of.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
God, there's
sorry.
so much going. There's still so much going on in that movie. That is like,
Yeah.
I feel like as somebody explained it to me when I revisited the series. They're like, so the end of Evangelion, just the first movie alone, is supposed to be what the director had in mind to complete the series the first time around, but he didn't have the budget to do it. But you watch that film and you're like, what? Like, why is this man still? Why is this child still having like breakdowns? Why does he not want to get in the robot? Why do I hate this kid? Like, damn, he's just such a snothead, dude. Like, I hated him.
Well, I think if someone told me like, I'm gonna like butcher it with the storyline, but I think apparently like the angels are the angels came from far from outer space.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and that thing that was like on the cross landed before the angels. So they're trying to get that thing. I think it was like that thing that's on the cross. It was like a missing piece of whatever they're searching for.
Oh, yes.
And in order to complete him or complete the angels, I guess they needed to. I guess you could it's almost like Thanos, like the Infinity Stone. They could reset the universe. So I think Shinji kind of reset it, or he had like the option to do whatever he wants or whatever. I guess towards the end of the movie, but I don't know. It's all too much.
Your explanation makes 10 times more sense than that 1.5 hour film. You saved me so much time. You saved me so much time, bro. Like, I don't want to go back and try to relive that and try to understand. Really, I don't know. Yeah. Like, just trying to sit down and take it all in on one go. You're like, what?
Yeah. So the angels are basically trying to.
They're trying to end. I don't know if they're trying to end the world or if they're just trying to. If this is their way of making peace, is reuniting with. Was it Adam? I think.
Or something like. There's like two, like the. Like those the what the heck are those mechs called?
The Evas, like, the pilots.
They're like
Evas are the mechs, and then the pilots are the children. The pilots are the children.
The Evas are like part of that thing on the cross. So I guess it's like, I don't know. Someone's probably gonna kill Reggie on the YouTube comments. It's like, oh no, that's not right. That's not how. I don't know, man. They
actually an alien. He got from the robot. Then he didn't.
Oh, speaking of that though, finally the third installment of that movie is coming out.
It's coming out
next month.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first film though.
After 12 years of working on that movie.
Wow.
Yep. 12 years. I think it's 12. It's up there. It's almost like Final Fantasy. Like, it's finally coming out.
There.
Wait, before everybody got on the chat right now, me and Brandon were actually talking about the Final Fantasy series animations. I've only seen the 90s film renditions. I don't know what the 3D CGI ones are like. So if you guys could give me your hot takes on that, I would appreciate that.
Oh yeah, sure. So the 2001, do not watch it.
Wow,
straight up.
Really?
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, don't watch that. Makes no sense at all. I think it's called Spirit Within or something. Is it?
Oh, that one. That's what you're talking about. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bran is just so mad right now.
Yeah.
I shoulda. That's what it is. It was trash. It let me down. I was so 700. I think I told Chris this already. I was so hungry for a 7 sequel that I'm like, Final Fantasy, Spirits Within, this is gonna be great. This Ghost of Mars bullshit. No, I'm out of here.
Man, he's just angry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. Then after that, I don't know because I stopped after that.
Oh,
Just stop.
Just as like I gave up.
Yeah. It was too confusing. The whole franchise is such a confusing.
Are you
franchise.
a fan of it at all? Are you a fan of it at all?
Maybe some of the characters, but I know nothing about the lore about it.
Dang, I'm in the same. Okay, everybody, I'm in the same exact boat as Justin right now. I don't know anything about the game, but I like the designs. So.
Yeah.
So they got the designs right. They got whoever is in the design department is doing their job correct. But in terms of the story, I don't really know. I'm just saying.
But I didn't grow up with a PlayStation or. I got a Dreamcast when it was.
My man. Okay, so you were playing
Sonic.
Sonic Adventure.
Yes.
Yes. The chow,
I'm
the
sorry.
chow racing.
I'm sorry. Wait, I gotta say this. Sonic, the Sonic franchise is such a weird franchise to me. Some of y'all it's a stupid blue hedgehog. I'm sorry, but it's so.
Hey, that hedgehog's my childhood. No,
But-
no, you're right, though.
It's such a people love like the Sonic character. I'm like, I
The
don't know.
fandom is really weird. Like, the fandom itself is weird. All for, a 32-bit blue hedgehog, which I love. I love my Sega Genesis. I love Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Hell, I even love the Dreamcast game. But people have... It's people that made it weird.
Yeah. Well, if someone's gonna find this recording and gonna cancel me, Justin hates Sonic, and
Pretty much like...
Hilarious. Just because you don't like Sonic, like 5 years later, they're gonna like cancel this guy.
Oh, boy.
Sonic, I want your career. Okay, what fanfic did you write where Sonic got pregnant? That doesn't count.
Oh no.
Dude.
It gets that
my
weird.
God.
It gets that weird.
yeah.
I don't. No, I mean, I guess my question for the chat then should be: has anyone seen the Sonic movie? Because I heard that was actually really good. I heard it was decent. I heard and it was the last known film before COVID closed everything. It was the last known film in theaters before
Yep.
COVID closed down.
It
So
makes it the last blockbuster of 2020.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yep.
so crazy that it was a Sonic movie, a movie about a video game starring Jim Carrey, and I don't know who else is in it. I just know it's Jim. I just know it's Jim.
You have to admit, I think Sonic the movie would have bombed if it came out a month later, versus
True.
because they had to redo the Sonic character.
Oh my god, it was just so.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
was
right.
so
When they had
bad.
to retouch the model,
Yeah,
that was a
yeah,
whole
bad.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
So
I know.
that movie probably would have bombed on streaming services.
Wow.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
I can't even argue that. You have a point.
Yeah.
That could have, especially since they hadn't really figured out streaming movies yet. If they had put that out in March, and then it was like, let's just say they hadn't figured out the model issue, and fans and regular moviegoers are just like, "Yo, what did you do to Sonic? This is scary, and you have to go back and reconstruct this model, this 3D model from scratch." So that's a whole bunch of time that artists have to crush, and then put that back out. Let's say basically COVID went into effect on the 11th of March. So God, almost a full year. And
But-
then
Oh,
just
go ahead.
put the movie out like right as COVID hit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But the crazy
Oh.
part is that the animation who redid the scenes or remodel him closed down, so they lost money. Yeah.
Wow. R.I.P.
This is
Okay.
before COVID. So
Yeah.
Dang.
So all that work, all for naught. Okay.
yeah,
Right. Okay.
just to
I'm
fix
so-
Sonic.
Barely. I mean, we're getting a second movie.
I'm
Yeah.
low-key sad
We did this
about
for you
that.
people. We did this for you.
Right? Wow. What a
When you watch this
sacrifice.
5 years from now, and the round table is all in different places, but we're all doing big things, you're like, hey, those guys are a bunch of assholes that shit on Sonic. Right
Yeah.
now, player.
That's that's actually kind of insane. I didn't even think about the studio that I didn't know that they closed down. It's kind of crazy. Because it reminded me of another studio that closed down shortly after making a great game, a game that I liked. I don't know if anyone has played it. It's called Remember Me by Don't Nod. It was released by Capcom a couple years back. It was about.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I love that game. And shortly after that game was released, I think it was that was the one game that they had.
Yeah.
And I thought it did well, but I guess it wasn't enough to make revenue. So that
Right.
studio it went to shit. And I'm like, why though? There's so many great things about this game aesthetically, and it's exactly it plays exactly like God Hand, and just it worked really well for what it did. And I thought graphically it looked amazing. I guess because for me, like, I don't play enough games to know, but it impressed me, and I fell in love with the story, with the gameplay, with the characters, with the design, everything about that game. I was like, can I have another one? They're like, nope. Shit, shit, shit. Throw me a bone, damn. Like, I felt bad.
Well, the
I
thing
felt
with
bad.
that is, check the numbers. Like, how did it sell? How many units did it move? That'll pretty much determine whether or not Capcom will give you that game again or not. If it didn't sell worth a damn,
No,
like,
I don't
let's
think
just
it's
say
even. It doesn't even belong to Capcom though. It belongs to Don't Nod, and that was like a French studio, and they just don't exist anymore. They don't. I think that was their one game.
So Capcom was the publisher.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that still
Yeah.
might be a thing, especially if a French studio.
You know what? Like,
Small
I always wanted to play this game. I
What was
think I am gonna purchase it.
Which?
Huh?
Which?
No, Remember Me.
You haven't played it?
No, I haven't. I remember always seeing some of the behind the
Oh,
scenes,
dude,
seeing about the
please.
concept art. Like, they put a lot.
Please play it. Yeah, please play it. It's really
into-
dope. It's really, really dope. I don't know. I'm not a gamer anymore, but like, yeah, that was one of the last games that I remember playing, and I fell in love with every single aspect of it. It was
Yeah.
really good. It was. I thought it was executed really well, and it looked amazing. Like, just, I don't know. I guess I have a very big bias, and I want it to come back, but I know it won't.
Right.
So I know it won't. So, but anyway, that's just my 2 cents on like studios that don't last after their first project. That's so sad. R.I.P.
Yeah, I need to play
It sold 10 copies, so it sold fairly well and got fair reviews as well. Like a lot of 7 and 8s out of 10. So,
Yeah, it was really great. Yeah, right. So like, but then it makes you wonder, why did it not? I don't know. I maybe somewhere along the production, they may have lost money somewhere, because they were doing a lot of the score. I think the score was like a lot of Philharmonic stuff.
yeah.
So that might have eaten into it, or I don't know. Like, looking at it graphically, I think it was using the Unreal Engine and something else. Oh, they also had like licenses for Street Fighter characters, Street Fighter moves, and things like that. I remember that was part of it too. So maybe like licensing. I don't know. Anyway, it's a really beautiful game. If you haven't played it yet,
I'm gonna play it.
it's
Yeah,
it's considered old though.
really
It's
well.
old now though.
Oh, it's
old
on
now, though.
PS3. I thought this. Was it that far back when this came out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Um,
Let's see if
13?
it's
I
on the
could have
market.
swore it was 14, but okay, 13.
Yeah,
We're throwing
June
it way back.
2013.
yeah, apparently the creator wrote a sequel, and yeah, like I thought, since Capcom is the publisher, they did it. Yeah.
They're
So,
dumbasses. They're
Yeah,
dumbasses.
Capcom has not made. They have not always made wise decisions. I'll just leave it at
I don't
that.
know.
Their decisions
Maybe they,
making left a lot to be desired.
maybe they wanted to bank on Street Fighter. I feel like Street Fighter was still blooming at the time. At that time. So that might have been where the money
Maybe.
went. That might have been where, like, financially, that might have been where it went.
That point, let's see, 2013. So I want to say, and I think Rok-Mo would know better than I would. I
AE
think at
came
that
out.
point, Ultra Street Fighter 4 had come out.
Yeah, AE was out. Arcade edition AE.
Or Arcade Edition, not Ultra. 'Cause Ultra was the last iteration.
My
Ultra was the last
arcade
iteration.
died already. My arcade was already dead by then, so yes. So
Okay. Yeah. So and this is my theory. Of course, I don't know jack, but I'm guessing to 1 million units sold and being considered a platinum game or a platinum level classic game is a pretty good thing. But I think maybe according to Capcom, and this might be Capcom Japan, it didn't do the numbers they were looking for. So maybe they just decided Dustin says more or less what happened to Dead Space with EA and Armored Core from Software. Ooh,
Dustin
Okay.
for the plug. What's up, Dustin?
dude, I had not even thought about this.
That's
Good job.
crazy. Dead Space was a terrifying game. I don't think I even finished it. I watched somebody play it, and I could not even sit in the same room with him. I was like, nope, nope. You can see my ass outside. Nope, nope. You could see me outside with that BS. I'm not with it. So I'm not down with jump scares.
And that one wasn't one of them.
I don't know. It's like creepy things in space. I wasn't cool with it. I'm just not. The fact that the homie who was playing it had like a surround sound system, so the noise could be coming from your left or from your right, and it's behind you. I'm like, nah, dog. It's not for Paris. This is not for Priz right now. Priz is leaving the building. She's gone. She has elevated to another state. Like she's not here no more. Thank you very much.
Wow.
I'm cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Please don't ever expect me to play any scary games with y'all. I will watch. I will gladly watch and turn my eyes away when I see something scary. But nah, I am not down to play. Sorry.
So either Rok-Mo or I have to play Resident Evil on stream. Got it.
Nah, you good, bro. I'm a nap that day. I'm gonna be napping that day.
Just put some mods on it. Like
Put some happy.
Just put like Mr. X as Thomas the Choo Choo Train or something. She'll watch it.
That is hilarious. Oh my god. Just envisioning that.
I think that would be even more terrifying. Have you seen Thomas the Train face? Have you seen his face? Dude.
Have you seen a video of it?
Anybody here seen like when Mr. X comes through? I think it was on the PC version. Somebody modded out his music to DMX's X Gon' Give It To You.
Yeah.
So whenever he comes in, that music starts playing.
That makes sense. That is hilarious. I'm gonna look that up.
That's
It's on YouTube right now. It was. I remember when I saw it, I was just dying. That was great, but no, it
That's the
needs
real
to be
theme
Thomas
song.
the Choo Choo Train from now on.
That is funny.
Stupid.
Quick. Oh God, Mr. X.
Dustin confirms Mr. X is Thomas the Scarier. Dustin confirms. Stupid.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the ninth. I can't wait for the ninth Resident Evil with the tall lady. What's her name?
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. That's gonna be good and scary.
I don't know what. Does she have a name? I've seen her, but I don't know her name.
Yeah.
I just know the meme. I just know the memes and stuff.
Yeah,
about
same.
That one.
Oh yeah.
Same.
It's Dimitrescu. Dimitrescu. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. If
She
not,
Russian?
well, I
Supposed to be
didn't go to
Russian?
language school.
Oh.
Doesn't
Not
matter.
necessarily. I wish I knew, but yeah, apparently there are going to be some supposedly some real scenes that may not be exactly wholesome, even for Resident Evil, and that's just going through the rumor mill. So I'm like,
What? Okay.
I'm not trying to see. Nah, I don't need to see Resident Evil go that far.
What?
What kind of scene? You mean like?
Okay. What?
I mean, well,
yeah.
does it have to do with?
Wherever your mind's going to, like,
Okay.
it's supposedly it's called, and that's what's going. That's
That's what I'm talking about.
like that's the rumor mill. Apparently, there's going to be like some serious like assault theme. I'm not sure.
Wow.
That's just what's going through the rumor mill.
Wow.
Like, it's Resident Evil, and I get it's supposed to be scary, but if that's true,
Interesting.
I got something.
I'm into like I can do
Discord.
scares and like chainsaws and stuff like that. Dustin, I have no clue what a plague tale is, but sounds good.
Where is
Okay.
Dustin in your chat? Where is Dustin?
Dustin's on Brandon's stream right now.
Oh, okay. I'm like, where? Because I thought he was in a
Yeah.
Discord chat, but I was like, he's not writing anything. What are you guys seeing here? I'm like, where's these messages at? Yeah.
My bad.
I posted something on Discord. You watch it later.
Okay, cool. Yeah, put that in.
This is gonna be one of the most hated streams on the world. Like 5 years later, you guys had what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
We're just a bunch of guys that love art and video games. You leave us alone, internet.
Matter of fact, let me bring this up. Since we live in the I almost don't even want to say this word. The cancel
United
culture. Yeah, the United States. He's like, you don't even want to bring up USA. No. Like, that is hilarious, Justin.
True.
You are hilarious. I know. Maybe I should change. No. With all of cancel culture, like, like how. Because I think in all, like, even just in all the conversations that we have tonight and like everything, it seems like we're in the back of our minds, we're always thinking about like, how is this gonna bite me in the butt? How am I gonna get canceled for this thing that I'm saying right now? And I feel like it's like, I mean, like when we go on social media, like that is like the first thing that's in the front of your head. Like, wait, let me not be me. Let me make sure I don't get canceled. You know what I mean? Or like, that kind of thought comes up. So I guess I just wanted to bring that up. Like, how do you guys feel about that? Or anybody want to open up about that?
Cancel culture. I'm still very big on that. Brand's like, nope.
Oh no, I could talk forever, but I'm gonna let everybody else voice their, because I'm especially interested in hearing yours as well, Rok-Mo.
Oh yeah.
If they cancel Rok-Mo, I'm done. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't even.
This can happen though. I don't know. Like, I mean, I like.
Okay, so let's break it down though. So what really is it though? When people get canceled, it's because they do something heinous previously, and then someone digs that up on the internet and calls them out on it? Is it just because, to my understanding, it's like taking accountability for being an asshole previously, like, and people are just like, nope, you can't live on this, like.
That's how it started out. Like,
yeah,
that's really how it started out, and then of course, when anonymous person can pretty much have power, it mutates. It becomes more than just trying to. It became more than trying to, just out this one dickbag who was abusing their fame, fortune, power, or whatever. See, now we're at a point where, and yes, I might play a little bit of devil's advocate here. The smallest thing or infraction that maybe to anybody in here seems like, okay, this seems really, really try hard and minuscule. Like maybe you were a jerk. But this isn't like a flashing, red alert. Like this guy should not be anywhere near the general public. Like there's a difference. There's like varying degrees to it. But we're at the point where, okay, let's just say, for example, Rok-Mo makes a bad joke, and he makes a bad joke about, well, I don't know, because of course he'd never do this, and it's really hard to imagine because wholesome ass Rok-Mo. Let's just say he made a bad joke involving like race, and it's the kind of joke that you might hear like a stand-up show or something like that a comedian might say, but on that Twitter, maybe it doesn't hit so much. Let's say that was 10 years ago, 2011, and let's just say Rok-Mo's career like gets big, takes off. He's about to like write this big old movie. And there's going to be somebody who's going to go through 10 years of your tweet.
Right.
And say, remember this, you're an asshole, you don't deserve your job because of
one
tweet.
But isn't it okay? Okay, but isn't it interesting that people don't do that until someone's about to plateau, like until someone's about to hit the top? It's like you don't matter, like none of these tweets matter. You can say whatever the heck you want on the internet, but then as soon as you start climbing to the top, people start seeing that and they're like, oh no, this person can't be successful because they were a dick to me like 10 years ago or whatever. Right. But like, I think I feel like if it's a one-time occurrence, yeah, okay, like slap on the wrist. But if it's consistently like they were being assholes and there's just like pure hard evidence for them to be known as infamous for these things, it's like, nah, they should probably be eating those words right now. They should probably be tasting that shit right now. Like it's been brewing over time. You would think that a person would own up to that, but of course people don't, because they don't want to be the bad guy. Nobody ever wants to claim the villain. Right. But it's just like, okay, so I mean, I guess I'm unfazed by it, because where I'm at in my life, I don't necessarily regret the things that I've said. I know I've said some heinous things, but I also own those things. It's like, yeah, I was a dumbass in the past, but also I feel like I'm a much better person now because I've grown from that. So I don't let cancel culture or whatever this nonsense scare me into thinking I can't be the best person I need to be. Like that, I think that's nonsense. For me, that's nonsense.
That's another thing with cancel culture. It's that, okay, Chris said some dumb shit way back when. Oh yeah, well, she was a kid. She was young. She was dumb. Cool. It happens. We all make those mistakes. See, the part of cancel culture that sucks ass is that, well, Chris has learned. She's an entirely different person. She's better. She's more insightful. This, that, and the third. But they're still going to, like, look back to her previous tweets, especially if she didn't have the foresight to get rid of it, because who would have thought? I mean, it's supposed to be something you can express yourself. Shut up, it, and that's how I get canceled, because I tell my cat routinely to shut up. But continuing on,
I think it's very complicated. Like, I think like last year, there's been a ton of artists who've been canceled. I'm not going to say who, but there's some of them. I think Brandon and Reg would know the individual, but but I think for artists, it's such a tight circle. You know, that's why it's so harsh, I guess, because if you work in the industry or even within, like, there's like the word of mouth, you won't get work at all. It depends. I think it really depends, but on the severity of the things.
Well, exactly. Like, going back to what Chris said, it's one thing if it's a one-off. Like, if it was a one-off and you were a jerk and it was like, I hate to say a flash in the pan, but one or two isolated incidents, you can say, like, your brain kind of goes, okay, it seems like this person has learned and become better.
No, but some people really don't grow, though. Some people just keep feeding that, and then they keep being assholes. And for whatever reason, they get behavior.
Absolutely. Like, you know, you should be called out on it. But, I mean, I know what Justin's talking about, because, again, me and Reggie and I have also heard those same stories, and it's like, we've heard some bad ones, too. But the thing about that is, like, in those particular examples, that was consistent behavior. It wasn't a one-off. It was, okay, well, person A was a dickbag, got caught for it a couple of years ago, and just flew under the radar, and now, apparently, they've been a dickbag under the radar, and now, thanks to social media and Me Too and everything else, people aren't as afraid, and now, guess what? You ain't got no job no more.
Wow.
It's different when you're consistent with it. And if you're consistent with it, yeah, then you should really you should really call attention to these people. I'm still on the fence about people, like, losing jobs, but because jobs are hard to come by. But if you've been an asshole, and you're an asshole in a work environment where people feel unsafe, yeah, you ain't got no job.
Or you had to go under a different name.
Or you become, John Lasseter and just go to a different studio like nothing ever happened.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. That's right, because he stepped down, right?
Yes, he did.
I totally, dang, this super went so under the radar. Like, whoa.
John Lasseter, and then I think what he ended up doing was giving, like, basically a half-assed public statement apology. And of course, after a while, John Lasseter was no more at Pixar. And then the next thing you know, it wasn't even a couple months later. I don't want to say it was Blue Sky. It's another studio.
That was Paramount.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he popped up at another prominent studio because, again, the name John Lasseter and all those Pixar movies that you knew and loved back in the mid-aughts. It's like, but nah, he just got caught out for this. He shouldn't, like, I mean, let's be real. Louis C.K. is still, like, doing tours, but nowhere near the level that he used to as a stand-up comedian with his own show. Like, this dude is doing underground, like, joke shows and stuff, and just, like, basically back to being, you know, a struggling stand-up comic, except he still has money. But he doesn't have the same prominence, whereas some people who get punished, like John Lasseter. Oh yeah, I had to leave Pixar because I have a problem that I need to address, and so I'll be stepping down. Hey guys, I'm at this new studio. Come and watch our new stuff. And it was almost instant. You heard of coworkers there, like going on social media, like, "Yo, I'm uncomfortable. How did this happen?"
Jeez.
Man.
Yep.
Very interesting. Yeah.
So,
Well,
I'm trying to think of the words to say for this. It's kind of like it's not a permanent record thing, but it's like a shadow that follows you forever. Like you can't.
In this day and age with social media, isn't it basically like a permanent record? Because these people on the internet don't let you forget shit.
Yeah. So why should you? Like, why should you let that haunt you though? Why should you let any of that? Like, this is why I personally don't care about fame. This is why I personally do not care about fame or getting into any particular industry where I'm a household name. I don't care. It's like, it doesn't make a difference to me as long as I'm doing what I love to do.
yeah.
Like you could take that job away from me, but if I'm still doing what I want to do, cool. I made it. I could care less.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm sure it's different for other people, but
it again, social media makes things very different. Where, you know, the only way, like, let's just say in this particular industry, the only way we knew about artists and gave a damn about artists and treated them like rock stars, or when other artists like check the credits at the end of the show. It wasn't this thing where like certain artists really started to become famous outside, let's say, kind of outside of this particular community. And now we're just at a point where, okay, well, this artist did this. Like, well, you know, a couple of years ago, it would have just been kept, like, let's say, in industry or in community or something like that. Now it's just a totally different game.
Right.
Where, I have to say, I don't think of any of those people in the beginning give a damn about fame or fortune or anything like that until you know, it started, like, until the, you know, industry really started popping off and everybody started loving animated movies and, you know, like, got streaming services and, like, Netflix wants animation and you can have, like, tell the kinds of stories that you want, and, you know, freedom became a different thing. Freedom of expression in animation became so much, I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Don't say anything that you wouldn't say to someone face to face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, if, you know, if you have something to say, you know, first of all, social media is so dumb at times. Like, you can't.
it's not real, bro. It's not even real.
Especially Twitter, because no one can tell that you're joking or not, or no one knows the tones. They're just reading it of how you wrote it.
Well, and people are professional trolls now, too. So,
Yeah.
Keyboard warriors over here. Okay. I mean,
Just don't even say anything.
don't even.
And
just don't.
I mean, like, who wants to? No one wants to hear what I need to say. Like, who is this guy?
Don't nobody care about my opinions.
You say it when you need to say it. I feel like that's like, I use Twitter very liberally, just in a way that I'm like, I'm only speaking when I absolutely have to say something, and it's like nonsense that nobody gives a shit about anyway. It's very cryptic. It's always usually something cryptic. I'm like, nope, I'm just here to retweet art and look at cool shit. So
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That's it. Don't write anything political. Don't. That's fine. But
you can though, but you can't.
You
but,
can.
like, you can.
Beware. Like,
Yeah, just take the consequence, whatever it is.
Precisely. Just understand that your actions do have consequences to them. What those consequences are, that's up to I guess the
ultimately,
universe to
that's
decide.
what this is all about. Like, I think that's what the basis of cancel culture was. Is like, okay, your actions have consequences, and in the beginning, in a time where you used to be able to get away with it because of, again, fame or fortune, now not so much. Again, what that is, now people are just abusing the hell out of it.
This is why I cannot for the life of me follow tabloids or gossip. Like I can't. It bores the heck out of me. I'm just like, I don't need to know what the fuck this person is infamous for now. I could give two shits less.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're still in business. I figure
like tabloids and stuff.
Like,
I don't know.
how do we really
people feed on it though. People feed on it because it's like, oh, so and so is doing this, or like so and so has a bad record with it. Like, bitch, who the fuck cares?
And I know
who really cares?
Who the hell cares? Like, what does that have to do with your life?
Right.
No, it's
right.
not. I don't care.
This is why I could never consume it. Thank you, Brandon. This is exactly why I could never consume that. That's why I'm just like, I don't care. It's weird because
the old people.
What?
Like, that makes us all the old people who. Like, no. I'm not saying I'm not shooting us down. I'm just saying, outside of this is like, oh well, you guys just don't want to have fun. It's like, no, we just don't want to engage in dumbassery. Like, there's no way to say it. I don't.
No, but then like it extends into real life situations too, because I guess now I'm gonna open up a little bit. At where I work, we sometimes deal with celebrity clients, and I don't even know that they're celebrity. I feel bad because I'm like, I don't know who the hell this person is.
It's probably really good though.
Right?
Just know them as a human, a name. Like, okay.
Exactly. I'm just trying to treat them as a human and let them be on their day with the doctor, whoever it is that they need to see it on that day. I'm just like, okay, I don't need to know what you do for a living, but that's your business and not mine. But some people get offended by that. They're like, you don't know that I was in this movie. I'm like, I don't watch movies. I'm sorry. Like, my bad. I'm being very honest. I don't even watch movies. I don't watch TV. Like, you can ask anybody I hang out with. I really don't.
I just need you to tell those celebrities, like, it would be really great if you came back with a story where it's like, I told this dude, I legit don't care about your life, man.
I wish I could say that. I wish I could. No, like, really though, when I was working at the accounting office, there were a couple of calls that I took, and they were like, I had to ask them, what's your occupation? Like, can you give me an estimate of what you're working with financially? Because this is the information that I would have to give to my boss. And then when my boss comes back to me, he's like, hey, did you know they were in this movie? I'm like, I don't even watch that shit. Like, my bad. I was talking to that person. I was talking to who from Suicide Squad? Okay, cool. Like, I don't care. My bad.
Oh, that was Margot Robbie or whatever.
Yeah.
No, like, I'm like, I saw that movie maybe like one or two times, but I don't know who's in it. Like, okay, cool.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone ask one of the actors or actors, so what do you think about Suicide Squad? And you tell, it was not that good.
I would feel so.
It's kind of like right next to you, like, really? Do you know who I am? No.
But
because they're real regular people. They come in not wearing makeup and stuff. They're pretty much coming to you like bare bones and stuff, and you're just kind of like, I'm sorry, I don't recognize you without the Hollywood look, but thank you for coming to our office today. It's weird. It's a weird balance where sometimes you want to care, but you also don't want to care.
Wait, has that happened to you?
Yes, it actually has. Yes.
Wait. So, some actor or actress just said, "Hey, have you seen my movie?"
No. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, that has not happened to me, but it happened to one of the doctors I work with. She was interviewing with one of her patients, and then the doctor was asking, so what do you do for work? Oh, I'm an actress, and I just did a couple of movies and so. Oh, and then she had a pause. She's like, "Oh shit, really?" she freaked out. She's like, "I didn't realize you were in that movie." So, and it's weird when you have that face-to-face interaction with that patient, client, whoever, and then you're just kind of like you're trying to scan through your memory, like, what have I seen you in, or where do I know you from? and you're literally drawing a blank, and they kind of
Right.
stare at you till you figure it out. You're like, fucking, I don't fucking know what the fuck. Like, there's just so much unnecessary pressure at that point. It's like, I feel like I should know you, but I don't, and I'm sorry if that offends you. Like, you're not that famous to me. Like,
Right.
damn.
This is what. Oh, I'm sorry. This what I was thinking that actually, and I think for maybe some celebrities or people that are well known, people know them by their face. It might be like refreshing that somebody doesn't just like go into this like was it starstruck or this high praising like, oh, you're this person, oh, I love this movie or whatever, but like you know, just having more of a person that just sees them as a human being, just kind of like how we go to the store and like nobody's like, you know, we don't have to deal with the pressure of like, you know, people looking at us, people want to take pictures and all this kind of stuff like that. We get to live like a human, you know, people get to say stupid stuff to us. We get to, you know, drop things and have things break. And I think because I really wanted to write a film or something about like the actor or the actress, and I'm pretty sure there's many films like this, but them wanting to have this life where they get to just kind of be a human. They just get to,
where they could just exist.
Yeah, I mean, they are humans, but I mean, like, you know, deal with the fragility. I mean, they're fragile too, but just kind of like, you know, it's probably like really
mundane
cool.
type things.
Yeah, like to walk on it, like. If you were, you know, what's homie's name? I mean, think of any big actor or whatever, but like, it's like you just wanted to walk to the store, or you just wanted to leave, just walk on the street. It's probably so different for them than it would be for us, right? And so I think it would be kind of refreshing and kind of humbling that, you know, you're talking to somebody who's worked on Suicide Squad, whether that's somebody that was in front of the camera or not, and you're like, yo, like that movie was not cool. It wasn't, you know, like I didn't like it or whatever. It wasn't my cup of tea, you know, and it's probably good for them to hear that if everybody's, and I don't know if everybody's praising them, but if they always are around people that are, yes, and you're good, and this is great, and, you know, and they know, like, hey, like, even my art isn't perfect, or even all my films are not perfect, or whatever, like, or, not that, I mean, perfect and perfection is probably in the idea of whoever's watching it, you know, but, like, to know that not everything you do and everything is like, just, you know, the greatest thing since whatever is great, you know what I mean? So I think that's kind of cool that you're like, yo, like I don't know who you are, and I'm gonna treat you like another person, and you know, I'll be kind to you, and if you're mean to me, no, we're not gonna take that. And like, you can't just say what you want, you can't just demand.
That's it. No,
you know what I mean?
That's
like
the reality of it.
I like how Reggie said the PG version of
Pretty much. I was paying attention to the fact that Reggie wants to make a movie about this, and I'm on board with that.
yeah, I think it would be really fun.
Like, let's get
really
this to
cool.
a Kickstarter so we can make that.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, just I don't know, my thoughts, and I think it'd just be a great another perspective of what people go through. You know, we're always trying to tell different stories of you know, we want to hear these kind of stories and these kind of stories. I mean, there's stories everywhere, and I guess it's just like, oh, what's the story of like the actor that is like, dang, like this is cool, but it's not cool at the same time because I can't. Like, I don't know what's real anymore. Like, nobody's telling me, like, what is real, you know? And, like, or, like, say, for instance, I was watching, what's his name, Doc? Freaking Kevin Hart, you know, like, when he got canceled. Because when he gets canceled, all these people that work under him, they kind of lose their job. They kind of lose, you know, so there's all this weight with, from that's one person with one Twitter, that if he's from something he said 7 years ago, and like now people that work, the managers and all these people that work under him because of something he said 7 years ago, now they all are, you know, their jobs are on the line, and they're like, you know, like that's crazy, you know. It's just like, I don't know the
Celebrities just should not
dynamics.
exist, dog. Celebrities should just not exist. Just saying.
They couldn't, but you know, blame America. We needed an
No,
IAQ to give us.
I'm just
whatever
saying,
the word
why do people need to be celebrities even? Why do we have to put people on pedestals that they don't
Right.
need to exist on? Because it's creating these situations like Reggie's talking about where they don't understand what a regular day could be like walking to the grocery store or going to do your laundry at the laundromat for whatever reason, you know, like regular things that everyday people experience. These people do not know. They probably don't. I don't know. I have no idea.
I feel like
Right.
some of them do, because I know like they'll go into the same spot as other celebrities, you know, like
Oh,
they're-
yeah.
like Burbank, Hollywood. Like, come on, there's other places you think, like in California or whatever you could go to. You know, you don't have to be at that place. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
but I mean, yeah. Well, think about this. We have star tours. We have guided tours to where we travel
Star
around
Tours?
and see. Like, this is what this star lives. This
Dude,
star,
man,
like,
I love that.
cool residents where you know they probably don't want you to know they live here, but guess what? They do, and this is where they go to eat. You know, their fourth meal of the day at 4 o'clock at this like
Jeez.
rich restaurant. We
No,
have,
it was
like,
just
why?
it's just
Why is
really
that a
weird.
thing?
It's really weird knowing that information and like can you no like just take for a second, imagine having to work with their money. Like that's what it was, having to do the accounting with them.
Yeah.
And then realizing that they don't know jack about how to deal with their money, and that's why they're
Right.
coming to your business. It's like, oh, you really are a dumbass. Okay. I can see why you need our help, because you don't know how to spend your money. Okay, that's cool. Like that's why we're here. That's that is the whole point. And it's like it's kind of like what Reggie said too. It's like if you're gonna treat me like a piece of shit, like I'm not gonna be nice to you. Like there's no way in hell I can be
Right.
nice to you, because essentially the energy that you're feeding me, I'm just gonna reflect it back. That's what you're getting in this service. Like. And I like that, but that's me. I'm sure there are other people who sugarcoat it really nicely, but I'm not. No, don't come to me for that. I will not do that. It's like I'm not here to handhold. I look at people like human beings. Like they're coming to me for a specific service, and like I will give that to them. But if they're being a complete a-hole, nah, see your ass at the door. Like check your ego at the door. Nobody needs that BS here. Like I really don't need any of that. It's like we're all grown ass adults and you're asking for help. Now don't act like you're privileged to ask for it or whatever. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. That's why I think celebrities don't need to exist, but that's just my opinion.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can cancel me in 5 years for that shit. I don't care. I don't care.
He said I'll be just fine.
Yup. I'm gonna
Cancel me
I'm
all
gonna-
you want.
I'm gonna live under a rock. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be right under my rug. I'm gonna be chilling. Nobody's gonna care. It's gonna be cool.
Ooh, yeah.
No, man. Oscar the Grouch had it right. He had it right. Like living alone and being isolated from people. He had it right. He had it right. He was mad, but he was passionate about being mad. He was like, nah, you
hilarious.
can't get in this space. This belongs to me. I deserve to be here. This is my trash, but this is where I live. Like, I'm just saying. That's why he was an essential part. Even though everybody knew he was garbage, they were like, nah, he lives here. Like, let him live there. Just let the man live. Shit. That was Oscar's mentality. I'm telling you, that man had it right.
He said he had something. He knew something.
I live in a trash can, and it is my best life because I don't have to deal with the rest of you trash bags. Boom.
Dude, what? And his best friend was a worm? Come on.
Dang, I
He was-
totally
he-
forgot that.
He was living. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. One of my coworkers is a big fan of puppets. She's part of the marionette group, and she's
Interesting.
always talking about puppets. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna talk to this person about puppets right now. But when she explained the science as to why Oscar was her favorite Muppet, I was like, that makes so much sense. Like,
That's
makes so much sense.
interesting.
right?
Oh
Yep,
my
I know
God.
this is like sober daytime talking, but like,
This is that's like No, I don't know. Now I want to like kind of go and like do some research on like I want to like think about it more because I don't know. I never thought about grouch like that. I don't know. That's just really cool. That's dang. I don't know.
It's a different take. It's just a different take on something that you wouldn't expect.
That was like right in front of you.
Right, exactly. So it's just, no, it's like, this is how okay. So I think this is something I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I was thinking about it all week, having to force yourself into conversations with people even though you don't want to, but it's like, it's a way of practicing conversation.
Oh, every day. I do that every day at work. So.
I know. I know Justin does it.
It's like, it's normal for me. That's
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I hate these people, but I do it anyway. It's part of
I know, but it's like I was trying to practice it. I was subconsciously trying to practice it while I was at work, and I was like, oh, okay, so you just have to find at least one thing that you like about what the person is wearing, and then you just talk about it with them. And then that starts like a conversation about like, oh, where did you get that, or I like that chain that you're wearing, or it's like very little things like that that will absolutely turn that whole conversation around, or it will kill dead silence that doesn't need to be there, because there are moments where it's just like you're standing there with a client or you're standing with a complete stranger and you have no idea what to do. And it's like, I don't want this to be silent. It's uncomfortable because they're watching me work. Like, I have to kill that silence stuff.
Right.
And how I did that was I was like, I would look at the patient or the client who's in front of me and I'd be like, oh, I like those glasses. Or like, oh, I like the necklace you have. That's a really cool piece. And then they would talk about it, and then it's like they would feel good and they wouldn't give me shit about anything that I'm doing wrong. They're like, no, you're fine. Like any errors that I would do, they're like, no, you're good. Like we're having a conversation right now. We're chilling. Like it really eases them into understanding that you are human too, and you're not just an NPC that's pushing paper along the way or whatever it is that you're doing with them. So I just wanted to pass on that tidbit of info in case anybody was wondering like, what I did this week, something I was meditating on and really thinking about you guys, because I was like, no, these guys are talking about how dumb it is talking to regular ass people every day, and it's just like, how do you start that conversation that you don't want to start? It's like you just think of one thing that you want to say to them. It doesn't even have to be have a nice day. It could be like, oh, that's a cool shirt that you wear, or I like that pattern. Like it's just looking for little things that you like, that you personally like, because when you point out the things that you like and it's on them, they like it too, because otherwise why the hell would they be wearing it? Like it doesn't make sense. It's not logical. But as soon as I figured that out, I was like, oh my god, that's the key to everything. That's gonna be the ultimate icebreaker for every single motherfucker that comes into the store. Like, it made so much sense. I mean,
that happens to me. That happens to me. Like when I see someone, I always say, "Well, how was your night?" Because you're staying at a room.
How does that go though? How does that go though? When you ask, is that not intrusive?
No, because it's like I'm in the hotel. I mean, we're in a hotel. Yeah.
Yo.
Or like how was your night? Or how was, because sometimes it was terrible. It was, people were yelling at last night or whatever. But it's not like nothing crazy. It was not like I'm like in your business or whatever.
That's good though. No, I was on the other side of that conversation. I was like, "What? You want to know what I did last night?" Whoa, hold up.
No, it's just like
pause.
No, it's just like more like, was your night quiet? Was it easy? Sometimes, some rooms are like very noisy, like the refrigerator's all noisy, or someone's yelling.
This is good though. Yeah, this is good though, because simultaneously you are also receiving feedback for the services you rendered for them.
Yeah.
Smart. This is smart. This is very smart. I didn't think about it like that. I don't think I could ask that kind of question for patients in the office. Like, did the doctor inject you correctly? Like,
Well, those are, because you don't know what people are thinking. Like, oh, it's the second night, or no one talked to me, whatever. Some people really like to be asked those questions or be talked to, instead of like, here's your meal, now go.
Right.
You know?
They're
Not
like, can
a
you
robot.
stay for a minute? I'm lonely. Just talk to me.
Yeah, I mean,
Please. But they can't say it. It's like, oh, thank you.
yeah, and then I get a $10 tip. I'm like, all right, cool.
Dope. That's dope.
Or $40 or whatever.
Nice. I don't think we're allowed to have tips, so we just get like thumbs up or like happy faces or like no crying children. Like that's nice. It's always nice when no babies are crying. So
Or like I'll just say, or I will say like, how was yesterday? You know, because it's like I start the morning shift, so I can't just say, oh well, how was your day? Well, it's only 6 o'clock in the morning, so you just
True.
woke up. So I would say like, well, how was yesterday? Oh, it was good.
That's
good.
interesting. So how do you feel when somebody takes that opening and then just tells you an entire essay about what they did?
Sometimes
Like, I'm
cool-
curious.
Sometimes I'm cool with it because sometimes it's just me, and it's like, all right, I got nothing else to do, so
Right.
whatever.
Like, let the clock go. Yes.
Yeah. Or like when it
Still
goes
5 minutes.
or like when there's no one around, I'll listen. Then
Yeah.
but if there's like other people around, like kind of like, all right, I gotta help these people. It's like,
Right.
okay, it's like, oh, it was great to hear from it. I'll talk to you about this later.
Yeah,
And,
you
you
need
know,
to cop out. You
Yeah.
need to cop out somehow.
And they'll see it too. They're like, oh, okay, yeah. So,
No,
sorry
that's
about
cool. They don't, it's like, that's cool that they see that and they recognize that at your job, because at my job they do not recognize that, and
Yeah.
it pisses me off. It's like, because it's a doctor's office and phones are ringing off the hook sometimes, and like the patients are on the phone with me like taking their sweet ass time. I'm like, you know what, there's like 6 other lines I gotta pick up right now. Can you like hurry up and tell me? Like, I can't tell them this, but
Yeah.
mine, I'm just like, man, please let them be quick and easy, and then I can hang up the phone and just do whatever
Or-
I need to do. It's impossible.
Or they have a bunch of questions or something. I'll just say, well, can you give me like
Wow.
10 minutes or so I could come back and help these guests, and I'll follow up with the question that you needed. Or something that like just tell them like, hey, I'm the only one here, so I can't.
Oh, I know. I have to tell them that more than half the time because nobody's at the front with me. I'm just like, okay, I'm left to drown. Okay. I
But
gotta learn how to
sometimes
swim.
But sometimes it's cool conversations, like they open up. I'm like a therapist in a way.
Interesting. Would you pursue that? Is this like more Duckman stuff? I feel like Duckman was a therapist, wasn't he?
He was a private eye.
I think it's either
Oh
Dr.
yeah, you're right. He was a PI. I thought for some reason I
really
thought he was a
know way
therapist.
too much about this shit.
Bro,
Dr.
sorry, I was throwing it back. I was throwing it way back right now.
I got some interesting. Maybe I'll tell maybe in the next 10 minutes, but
The hell?
Justin, are you there?
Oh, okay. I
What's
thought
up?
it was me. Like, I thought my internet was like crapping out.
I know. I was like, we heard you and then you clipped out.
well, I'm gonna mute for a second.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'll
dude,
be
stepping
back.
away.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
stepping away just for a minute.
He's
I'll be back.
He's AFK or
Yeah,
AFM.
it's an old one.
AFM.
I don't
Away
know.
from microphone.
Oh yeah, AFM.
AFM. I don't know.
I
I feel
don't
like
know.
AFK.
Radio waves.
I don't know these
Nah,
codes.
nah, man.
You don't know these codes.
I don't know all
Okay,
this
dude.
stuff.
It's okay. It's okay. I feel like I know all of them, almost all of them. Sometimes they're easy to decode because sometimes we got to use them at work too to make workplace notes.
Mm.
And they're like, what does this mean? I'm like, sound it out. It's like, sound it out. Talk to patient, or I don't know. It's interesting. Like working at the doctor's office is interesting for me because I don't know if I told you guys this. I used to work as a technician in pharmacy, pushing pills.
No. I
Why
didn't know.
why am I telling this story right now? I have no idea. I guess
It
I'm
deals with
just talking.
the doctor's office
I'm just
and
talking.
codes and all that stuff that you
No,
see.
I guess because it's all codes. Everything is codes, right? And I'm the messenger. So like learning the abbreviations for things or learning specific codes was like it was almost instantaneous for me. It was easy for me to memorize and recognize, and I don't know why. Like I'm so terrible at every other thing on the planet. Like I'm bad at math. I'm not good at like public speaking, but like for some reason understanding codes is like it's easy. It's like wow. I don't know why my brain works that way, but it does. It's weird. It's like understanding the specific pieces of Tetris blocks and then making them fit in your brain, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going off on some weird tangent right now. I'm gonna stop. I'm so
No, you're good. You're good.
What? Dude, I'm sorry. I'm just telling way too many stories today.
No. We need these. That's what this is all
agreed.
about.
Yo, I'm gonna stop for a second. How is Kendall doing? I haven't heard from Kendall in a minute.
I know. Oh,
Let me
yeah.
reel my boy back in here, cause
Like, where's Kendall?
yes, please. I want to hear from Kendall right now. We haven't heard from him in a minute. I don't know where my man's went. So
Yeah, Kendall, where you at?
KM3, what's up, homie?
I am still here, being an NPC that I am.
he's taking it all.
No,
He's
not
the
what
most-
we wanted.
He's the most dangerous man in the room right now, dude. He's absorbing everything and just taking
Everything.
notes. Yo, oh man said everything.
Yeah, because you guys were just talking so much. I was trying to get in. It's just like crap. Now I gotta wait, and it's like, oh, what can I get? It's like it's like y'all are
Kendall.
double dutching or whatever. I'm like, oh shoot, can I jump in yet? I'm like, shoot, I'm probably gonna mess up the whole group or something like that.
Oh
No,
my
Kendall.
gosh.
Anytime that I'm going off on a tangent, just say, "Hey, shut up." just interrupt. Be like cold turkey, like stop. Stop.
It's like I was trying to say so. I don't know if you guys could hear me or if my mic was kind of wacky or anything like that.
I don't can hear you right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You're good, dude. The floor is yours. I need to breathe. So you tell all the stories you want to, dude.
Dang, it's I don't know. It's like, man, there's so much stuff I wanted to say earlier, but it was just like, oh boy, I was like trying to, I guess, hear out what everyone had to say, but I don't know if it's like important for me to say it at all right now.
Yes,
I don't
it
know.
It's all important for you to say.
It's absolutely
It
important.
matters, man.
It's
'Cause, like-
absolutely important.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's like, oh boy, I'm about to go on this one tangent I'm kind of in right now, as far as just like what you guys were talking about, as far as like conversation and stuff like that, and talking to coworkers and stuff like that. Because like with me, it's like I'm trying to practice to be more assertive and stuff like that, and like even just because I really suck at it. I mean, just by this whole conversation and stuff like that. Because I was like, man, I should have said this earlier. I should have said this.
No, this is why we tagged you in, bro. It's your time to shine. Go,
But that's
homie.
but that's the thing. It's like I wish I can just like do it, But it's like I don't know. It feels because like whenever I'm talking to a coworker, like you guys are talking about, most of the time I get irritated when they talk about like their stuff, like like stuff that I don't really care about. And this is just me at work. I'm kind of at a different mindset at there than I am here at home, hanging out with friends. But like coworkers and friends, it's like I guess through time, it's like it kind of intermingle a little bit, which I kind of fear a little bit. I'm like, oh shoot, I can't feel like this. I gotta get this clutter out of my system and whatnot. So, I hope you guys know what I'm saying.
You don't have to be everybody's friend at work, but I think to be sociable is a different thing. Like to be able to talk to your coworkers it's like its own beast. It is something you should probably want to be comfortable doing at some point, because that's what's going to help elevate you throughout your career, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I got you. And it's just like, I guess with me, it's kind of like every time I try, like I said last week, as far as like people just talking to me at work, and then once I try to say something, they just kind of walk away, or even outside of work, it's the exact same thing. It's like, and I get that mess really, you know, ticks me off way too much. And it's like, am I talking loud enough? What am I, it's like this, all these questions I got in my brain and stuff. It's like, man, I kind of wish I had like someone I could just like, talk to, at least to, not like a therapist, but more so like a friend. I can just get like, at least like we can just talk instead of like texting so much, because it's like, we're in COVID.
Oh, dude, talking over texting is always like 100, because you get the inclination, you get the tone and the inclination of the person's voice, and you get to hear what they're feeling. I feel like you have an easier time understanding someone when you're able to talk. So I get you. I
Yeah.
get you.
And it's like, yeah, and it's just, I don't know. It's like I'm probably making this so complicated, but it's like with me, it's like, I don't know. It's like, me being quiet and awkward, and just that sort of thing. It's like, I thought, because I keep trying to like, figure out like what the heck I need to do, and people be telling me like, oh, do this, do this, do this, do this, all this stuff that they did. And then for me, it's like, man, I tried it, but it's like, shoot, like that didn't work,
Okay.
And it's like, I guess in a way I'm trying to do at least take a little bit what they said and try to flip it and mix it and try to do it in my own way, in some sort of type, just try to do it, and at least try to attempt at it, and like, like so far it's been working so far, but there's more I need improvement as far as like being social, even in like in a business setting, social setting, because I feel like I can't switch. I have issues just trying to flip it, like trying to talk casually. I know it sounds kind of weird for me to say this out loud, but it's just like,
But you gotta say, dude, sometimes you need to practice saying it out loud, so you can hear what it sounds like when it comes out of your mouth. That's like the verbal confirmation. That's how you know.
Right.
Like believe me when I say this, and this is gonna sound totally crazy on whoever's watching the stream. I talk to myself all the time in the car. I give myself pep talks in the car it takes me like maybe 15 to 20 minutes every morning to get from my house to work. And throughout those first 15 minutes of the day, I'm just telling myself everything that I'm going to do, how I'm going to kick ass that day, how my mood is going to be, who I'm going to talk to, these are the things, this is how I amp myself up for the day. Because I know I have to go in and like put at a certain percentage level. I have to perform at a certain percentage level, just so I know I'm doing everything my way right. So like if it helps you like to give yourself that pep talk every day, like I would advise that, just so you can practice hearing what you sound like, and you can practice hearing how your voice is, the intonations, or like how you're pronouncing things. Like it really helps. And
right.
It messes me up a lot. Like I know I'm like slipping my tongue every now and then, or like something comes out the wrong way, or like I screw up a word, and it's like, no, it's okay. Like the message that comes out is going to be the message that comes out. People are going to get it or they don't. It doesn't really matter. It's like the fact is that you're practicing your voice so that you will be ready when the time comes for you to speak it. It's like that's how I see it. So I would highly encourage you to just practice that. But you could do whatever you want to. But this is just me to you. Like,
yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. Cause I be having like those moments where I'm like kind of thinking to myself, like, trying to pep talk myself and stuff like that. And then if like I need to probably do it a little bit more, as far as like if something doesn't work out, as I plan, and just kind of take that experience and just like, learn from it and stuff like that. There was something else I was gonna say, because there are things that, I guess I do feel like an NPC sometimes to a lot of people, and it's like, like, dang, like, do people really, I hate to say, but it's like there are times I feel like, am I an NPC to certain people? Like, if this is just people like that I'm around a lot, and it's just like, man, like these discussions that we're having, I really want to say all of this. Like, I want to like go into like the cancel culture thing. I meant to say something about that.
You still
Say
have
it.
time. You
Say
still
it.
have
Dude,
time.
speak your mind.
The time is now, dude. Say
Right.
it.
Oh,
You
and
know, I just want to make it known, like, you are more than welcome to speak your mind on whatever
yeah.
you want to talk about here. There's like, there's no barriers. There's no, he can't really talk about that. No, no, dude. Please feel free, because you never know what you might have to say that might enlighten us or might
Exactly.
uplift us. So
Right.
please.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate that. And it's like, I
Oh.
guess. Oh, what you gonna say?
Dang it! I don't want to. You're talking. I don't want to mess this all up. I was just
No,
gonna
you
say.
good, man.
I was gonna say this too, like, cause I remember like I'd be hanging around with people too, and I'm like, dude, I'm just a freaking NPC here. Like I'll try to speak, and they'll just talk over me. I'm like, I'm right here. I'm listening to you guys. You're talking over me, and like I realized too, sometimes, and that kind of showed me like the people's hearts toward me, you know, like
Oh.
they just how Pris was like, yo, where's Kendall at? Like what, like, you know that these people have the right hearts towards you and want to hear you, even though you could be quiet or you could be this, but it doesn't matter to us. Like, you're a part of the crew, you're a part of the team. And some of these people, like your coworkers and people, they could just be coworkers for that place and are not like, maybe like we're family here, like, you know what I mean? And sometimes I thought like I had friends that were family, but they were more like just acquaintances, because they were not open to hearing me when I would try to speak out or say something. They're talking about something, I try to say something, and it was like I wasn't even in the room. I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever, and my heart, I feel so hurt. Like, why are they speaking over me? Why can't I get a chance to say something? It took me so much courage to freaking get out of my nerves just to try, and my voice is shaking, and I'm trying, you know, and they just fucking, I'm like, God, and I just realized, like, you know what? These people do not appreciate me like I appreciate them, you know?
Right.
And I had to like, it just kind of hurt, and I had to kind of start being around people that did appreciate me, you know?
Yeah.
And like, we appreciate you here, so I just want to let you know, like yeah, you can be as free as you want here. Whatever, you know what I mean? But
For
yeah.
real, like I was kind of like, oh, Kendall's really quiet. I think I gotta reel my man's back in. Like, I don't know how to do it, but I want to hear from him, because I'm not sure what he has to say about all these different things going on in the room tonight, you know? Like, but let's hear it, dude. Like, whenever you're ready though, like you go at your own pace and you speak when you're ready to speak. It's like, if you feel the need to interject, please do. Like, if I'm gabbing my mouth off, please tell me to shut up. I will not be offended. I get that. I get that very often enough at work. I'm just like, nope, I already hit my limit. I gotta breathe. And then there's too much wind coming out. Like, someone else needs to speak. So
I can't do that. I can't really do, because I feel so like guilty doing that, like just being like, so, because I feel like that's rude for me to do that. I'm not that type of guy to just be like, man, you better shut up and let me talk. It's like, I can't do that. Like, no, it's like, I can't. I just can't do that. That's just me.
Go ahead, suck. It's my turn.
Brandon's really good at it.
I'm really not.
I know he's not. Brandon is not, but it's just the way he jokes is hilarious.
No, Brandon is actually the king of being loud when he doesn't need to be loud, and I don't know why, but that's the funniest thing. It's just the funniest thing. I'm just like, Brandon does
tried
not
to
have
work
to
on
be.
that. I swear to God, I tried to work on that.
It's like, dude does not understand volume control. I'm like, yo, hold on.
I
Like,
don't. I blame it.
RIP my ears right now, because I got headphones, and like, I was not prepared for all that. But anyway.
That's why I always apologize for like blowing out your eardrum, because I'm pretty sure I do it, and like, not my intention.
Oh boy.
But
Okay, Kendall. Okay.
I do want, like, I really want to hear, you know, what your opinion is, what you have to say, dude.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's like, because I was gonna say, like, a lot of people don't really ask me for my opinion a lot of the times, which, you know, I have to like kind of keep it to myself most of the time, which sucks. But it's like, you know, every now and then, if I'm like with my brother, or my younger cousin or my dad or my mom or just my close family and stuff like that. You know, that's like the only time I get to like, you know, or at least with, you know, the conversation that me and Reggie have, you know, that's pretty much it. Like, but with Chris and Brandon, like, you know, I haven't really, this is like pretty much like, um, I'm not used to talking to you guys like this. It's usually just like stream. I'm just typing, type. Just, you know, that's all I'm doing pretty much. You know, just hearing you guys talk now, it's like, you know, it's you guys still, you know, have that same vibe off of each other and stuff like that. You know,
Chemistry is weird, dude. Chemistry is really weird like that. It's just, you know, when you interact with someone and then you start to learn familiarity, that's where the bounce off comes from. That's where the chemistry starts, I think. It's really learning how to call and respond, I feel like. I don't know if that's even the right phrasing for that, but so take it for what you will. I'm sorry if I was over speaking my limit. I just have the gift of gab, and that's like a gift and a curse. So,
oh no, you're good. I don't really mind that. Talk all you want. I don't really mind, honestly. You know, I just like hearing what you guys got to say a lot, because it's really interesting. Because like, you know, just hearing different opinions and stuff like that, and you know. It's just I wish I was in more conversations like this, that I would share more of my opinions, where it's like I'm kind of scared to be like, oh boy, what, I don't want to, you know, my coworker said this, you know, offensive joke, and I'm just like, you know, the next thing I'm just kind of coming up to him like, yo, dude, what the F? Like, why'd you say, you know, just that sort of stuff. And it's just like, you know, people not thinking about like, you know, because like, oh boy, I don't know if I should even say this right now.
You can though. You can.
No,
let's go.
just,
I'm amping you up right now, bro. Let's go, Ken. Let's go.
I hate bringing up work stuff. It's like, okay.
But I just spent like a whole 20 minutes talking about my dumbass
Right.
work situation, so you can totally talk about
Like,
work.
we bring up pretty much anything and everything, man. So feel
This is
free. Like,
life.
I'll bring up the dumbest stuff that happened in my day that I know no one wants to hear about, but it keeps the vibe going. Like, there's obviously, as you've heard tonight, there's really no subject that we've talked about that's like off limits. Like, oh, yo, you can't talk about that. Oh, no. So, dude, whatever's on your, if it's like boring work stuff, like, yo, this dude was a jerk at work, and I wish I put sugar in his like gas tank, but I didn't, and I feel good about myself. Yo, dude, talk about it for real.
Brandon chose violence today.
All right, the hinges are off now. All right, gloves are coming off right now.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, at my job, right, I'm like probably, there's not a lot of minorities there, you know, not a lot of like, because I'm black, you know, African American and everything. So the majority of people there are white.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Hate him already. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. There's like maybe like me, 2 older black men. I think 2 other black men. I can't remember how. I think it's like maybe 5 of us total that work at where I work at, and then everyone else maybe like I think it's 50 plus white folks where I work at. All just different ages. You know, most of them are like maybe 30s, older. 30 plus up, and like there's been a few of my coworkers that like say a lot of, you know, kind of offensive jokes around me, thinking like I was gonna be cool with, and then I had to like pretty much like at first it was like, you know, I was like furious. I wanted to snap like their necks, like just for real, just to say that. But then it's like I was like, you know what, enough's enough, you know. Because next time, because like, I don't know, because I could tell like they never hung out with any black people ever.
Wow,
you know?
just ignorant. Just pulling out all the stupid stops and being completely ignorant.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm trying to remember one of the things one of my coworkers was saying. He was saying, I'm trying to remember, he said like a slavery joke or something like that. Like,
what?
I can't remember what he said. And I was just like, for real, dude, like I cussed it. Like I said, dude, what the F? Like, really? And then he's like, and then the next day he apologized. I'm just like, dude, you can't say that around me. And then another coworker did the same thing to me. Like, I can't remember what he said. And I'm just like, dude, I was really, at that point, I was just like, because he said something to me. And then because it was just three of us, we was just talking. And like, I can't remember how the joke went, but he said something and I got really mad. And then my other coworker started laughing really hard because he was like, oh, it just came out of nowhere. I'm just like, dude, really? Like, dude, it's like, are you serious right now? And he's like, what? You didn't, that wasn't funny? He's like, no, like, you getting a little kicks from saying that stuff? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. And then I had to tell my other coworker, like, dude, seriously, you're laughing about that? And then, like, he kind of got serious, too, like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just like, bro, y'all cannot be saying this stuff around me. If there's more, let's, like, say if, because I don't see a lot of racist jokes around them. I just kind of go to work, keep my head down, talk about work, get out. That's it. Clock in, clock out.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Those people are asking for some hands for real. Like, I'm not black, but I feel the anger for you, because it's that when people start joking around about very inappropriate shit, it's like, why would you even say that at work? Why is this even the time? Why did you think this was even the time and place to bring that up, like, right now? Why?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, I just don't get it. It's like, it's because one of my coworkers, since I live in Indiana, like, he's from like a small town here in Indiana, and I can't remember if it's like down south, which is really bad down there as far as racism goes. It's just bad. So I mostly stay in central Indiana and a little bit of the northeast side and stuff like that, which is really good. But anyway, she's from a small town. Not a lot of black people. I think he only knew like one black person there, and I think like what he was telling me, he used to say the N-word a lot. And I guess towards him, and he didn't really care. And I'm just like, what? Like, bro, really? Like, I'm just like, oh, like overall, like, that type of stuff really like ticks me off a lot. Just people saying a lot of crazy stuff, and this is kind of going into the whole cancel culture thing. Like, I guess maybe not really, but just like, I guess
no, but it is. But it is though, because it's like you are holding those people accountable for the things that they've said, and you're like, in your mind, you're like, no, these people just don't exist. They are the NPCs of your life, bro. Like,
right.
For real.
It's not cancel culture if you're holding them like Chris just said it. Like, if it would be different if they slipped up once while you were on the job and you like came at them like, yo, what the fuck, man? And then, I'm sorry. And then, like, a couple of years later, maybe you just.
But this is like consistent, though.
And then, brought it back on them. It's totally different. Like, no, hold them accountable. Dumb bastard. Don't say that shit.
Right. Because the thing I hate about my situation is that I wish I had more, people like me that was around me that could check them like I do, and they don't say stuff like that. But that's the thing I kind of worry about, because like even during the protest, like. When it happened, because it happened here too. We had protests here in Indianapolis, and like my coworker that used to work with me at the time, he thought I went down to the protest. I'm like, dude, are you? And he's like, dude, I'm just joking. I'm like, dude, really thinking I'm gonna break? He thought I went down just to break stuff, because downtown some of the businesses got their windows torn out or their windows busted. Oh boy, it was just crazy here. But it was like he thought I went down there, and I'm like, dude, I did not go down there, and I don't know why you would joke about that, and it's, because me and him had talks about, like, because of course he's white, he says he knows some black people, and I'm just like, yeah, right, dude, like, why are we even talking about this every day,
Wow.
Jeez.
Like,
wow.
That's the reason why. It's just like, bro, like, really, like, it's like, I could have, if I would have, this is the reason why I wish I quit, like, months ago, even, like, last year, or years ago, but it's like, no, I still work here, can't find a decent job out here, and I'm just like, man, sorry, guys, it's like, I feel like I'm making this, like,
No,
This makes so much more sense why you hate your job so much.
No.
Same here, man. I hate my job too.
Not like, no apology. You are totally within your right to feel that way.
It's like
Seriously.
I'm just bringing in like the thunder clouds or something.
No. This
but
is the place for it. Like,
it needed to be said though.
Yeah.
Everything that you just said, it needed to be heard because sometimes people don't speak up about those things, and that's what allows that negative behavior to propagate. And that's just like that was one of the prime reasons why I could not stay at my accounting job, was because every time I spoke up about like inequality or like racism or like some way that the clients were looking at me, I'm like, this is just like, it makes me uncomfortable, and the fact that no one else is paying attention to it is pissing me off. It's like, why do I need to stay with these people? It is not worth my time. It's not worth my energy to waste it on people who don't care. It's like, nah, F that. Like, just see them out the door. I'm gonna see them out the door.
Exactly.
So I'm really sorry that your situation is like that, but wow, it makes a lot of sense to now. You know what? You don't ever have to talk to those people. Don't ever feel
Right.
obligated to interact with people who talk to you or joke around like that. Like, don't ever feel obligated to even speak back. It's like you could give them the nod. You could give them the nod, and that would be cool. It's like you can acknowledge them and just not say anything else because they are clearly not giving you an equal space at the table. So
Right.
that's my opinion though. Like,
Yeah.
And it gives you power to actually say that to them, like, you know, because they're gonna keep approaching you, like, and this is just my perception. They feel like they can keep pushing your buttons, like they can keep saying this. Like, oh, this Kindle, we can get away with it.
No.
You take that power away from them and just tell them, like, yo, you're a dickbag. You're acting like a racist dickbag, and I'm not putting up with your shit. That actually takes some of that power out of their hands.
That tells them. That tells them exactly what they're doing. That tells them, that puts them exactly where they're at, and that gives them a taste of reality. Like they saying a joke, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's yeah, you guys are right. Because, like, you know, they do that stuff, like, I don't know how, it's like they do that maybe like every now and then, but it's like not, it's not, I hope I didn't give off like they did it consistently. They kind of do it like, you know, every now and then and stuff like that, but it's still kind of like, and even the owners of where I work at, they're like Trump supporters. And then for the employees, at least some of them that, you know, would joke around with me and stuff like that, they're not for, man, I hate that I'm talking about politics now. Jeez.
now let's go, dude. Let's go.
Okay, like the owners pretty much husband and wife, they're both Trump supporters, and everyone else that works there, maybe just a sprinkle, a little bit of others, you know, aren't for Trump. They're pretty much against Trump, and that kind of mess kind of got me confused. I'm like, wait a minute, so you guys are like, you know, on this side of the spectrum, of the political spectrum, but it's like you guys are like, you know, because like there was one of my coworkers that talked to one of the owners, the husband, and there's another heavy thing that I'm bringing up of what he said, and like the owner was talking to him about, and this was during the protest, and the owner was talking to one of my coworkers about, like, I guess there wasn't a race issue, there's like a father issue in this country, as far as like BLM and stuff like that. And when he told me and another coworker of mine, you know, same thing, two white guys, I'm the only black guy in the conversation, and like when my coworker said that to us, I'm just like, wow, really? You know, like that mess is like, I was just, man, I'm like, you know what? I guess I'm not surprised by this, because I get uncomfortable when I talk to the owners, especially the husband, because like one time I was just minding my own business, just eating lunch, you know, everyone pretty much left. I was, you know, still working second shift at the time, and he comes out of nowhere. He's like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm doing good. And he's like, oh, you have a nice voice. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I'm like,
there we go.
Wow.
and then he's like, you sound like this one black kid from this one singer kid from this one show. I'm like, what the heck is he talking about?
My
This
God.
one black kid from that could sing. I'm like, that mess was so, it was so weird, bro. It was just super. It's conversations like that, like with people like that, that's just so disconnected. It's just so. That's the reason why I'm glad I'm talking to you guys, because like I talked to my brother about this and my family, and that's kind of where it stops at. But for you guys, it's like, you know, I'm just, like I said, gloves are off, hinges are off. I'm just kind of telling you guys what's I've been going through at my job, and
I'm
then kind
glad
of,
to hear it. I'm actually
yeah.
glad to hear it because
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense, dude. Like I would feel just as uncomfortable, and I applaud you for, I guess, keeping a straight face while talking to your boss like that. If that were me, I would like leave right at that second. It's like
Yeesh.
I can't handle that. Like I personally would not be able to handle that. But like I don't know, I think it's saying something about your character to have that amount of patience with them, and to tolerate that. Like I don't know what the situation is or why you haven't left. So that's none of my business though. Like if you want to continue to stay, but all I'm gonna say is this. Like, and I'm pretty sure you already understand this. It trickles down from the top. Like power like that always trickles down from the top. It seeps into other crevices and places, and it's just gonna keep continuing because of the people who are at the top. And like seeing leadership like that is what seeing examples of leadership like that is what turns me away from certain employers.
And I guess overall, just like, and I guess that's the, I wish, I don't want to get into the other stuff. I guess like the whole situation that I'm in now, as far as like, just
You
job.
can if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to say it. No one is obligating you here. We're just it's like if you feel comfortable sharing what you want to. That's all that I'm saying. So
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's just, it's like, I guess, I'm glad I'm going back to school, but it's like at the same
yes.
time, I wish I was employed somewhere else, and that's been like my kind of like my biggest thing that I've been wanting to do since like maybe 2017, 2018,
Same here, man.
it's
Same here.
yeah, and it's just like, man, I don't know, it's just procrastination, laziness. That job, it's just it's maybe depressed sometimes, and it's just like, bro, like sometimes I just want to straight up quit. But since I still live with my parents, my dad would be like, well, did you find yourself a job, or you already have a job set up? And how parents are and stuff like that, and I get it, but it's like, man, like I'm just not happy here. Like these people are just driving me nuts. I'm glad I didn't come up in here with like freaking a baseball bat and breaking kneecaps or whatever.
Dude is out for blood.
A freaking like just street fight on everyone, just like freaking quarter punch, quarter quick, that sort of thing. Like,
You gotta stop making this animatic, Rok-Mo. You're giving them ideas, man.
freaking Sonic Boom, like freaking like start using everybody. Like people just complaining, but it's just all this stuff like piling on me and stuff like that. And and again, like this is the reason why I don't like to be, because I don't know, it's like there are times I kind of take on all that negative stuff in me, and I hold that, and it's just, and once I'm around like people that I love and I'm starting to talk and stuff like that, and then it's like, man, I'm starting to sound like them. I'm like, oh shoot, and it's just like, man, it's kind of like what happened last week. I was just kind of thinking about, I'm like, shoot.
Dude, it's okay. You sometimes you need to air your grievances because there is no other way to let that vent breathe.
Yep.
That's the way how it works. I don't know why. I received, this is gonna sound weird talking to chat, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I feel like saying it. I receive messages through my third eye, and sometimes when I receive these messages, I'm gonna post it on Twitter because I'm like, all right, I need to say this because it needs to be said.
Right.
And today the message was air your grievances. I don't know why. Like the energy felt really heavy earlier today, and I was like, air your grievances. I wonder why. Like because I take like at least one day out of the week to air out my room, so that all the energy that was stored throughout the week can air out the door. And then today it was like, air your grievances. Okay, like I can let all my sorrows go away. So I feel like I should pass on that message to you. Air your grievances. Like let that soul breathe, man. Like I feel like you need it.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need it. But like, yeah, it's just, I kind of wish I was like in, and I hate comparing myself in other people's situation as far as like, and I guess that's the reason why my motivation for art kind of like is lacking because of, and I hate to put it on my job and stuff like that, and like just what me, the discussion that me and Reggie have. Like I keep talking about, like, shoot, I should have did this. Maybe by now I could have been like, I could have already figured out what I want to do, and could have had all this stuff, on my on here, all these accomplishments and stuff like that. Like, oh, I could have had. I could have done more free. I could have at least figured out, like, oh, I could become a freelance illustrator, and just be more focused instead of how I am now, where I'm just like well, I'm going into that territory now. Just kind of feel like confused, frustrated, about what my situation is, and just like, man, like what the heck can I do to make things better for me as far as like my mindset, that's why every now and then I take off a lot of days, or at least don't work weekends with people, even though it's voluntary at my job and stuff. It's like my coworkers be like, "Come on, kid, are you gonna work this weekend?" I'm like, "No, like,
heck no.
you guys,
Nah.
I don't
Y'all
want
got it.
It's bad enough y'all are toxic and stuff around each other and stuff. I'm just like,
Ooh, dude, you said it right there. You said it right there. They are toxic around each other. They're just sponges and they absorb all that nonsense. You don't
Yeah.
need that. You're good. You're straight. You good.
Yeah, it's
And I don't get how some people like, I'm working on a second shift right now. I'm like, man, I'm good with one shift. I'm not going. I'm not going back.
Man, bump this.
Well, I don't need to be here.
Mhm.
That's just me, because
Yeah.
I don't like for right now. I'm dreading of going to work at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow
Bro, why are you
And-
still awake?
man.
because I don't want to go to work.
Nah.
Okay,
No.
okay. Dude wants to
As long as I
hang.
can. So
Dude
you
wants
guys
to
keep on
hang.
talking.
That's cool. Dude
Oh.
wants to hang. This is some pretty important chats we're having right now. I mean, like, nobody's obligated to stay or to leave or to do whatever. It's like, I feel like when last week's conversation happened and then we ended it, Brandon was like, dude, that was so good. I'm like, what? I don't know what happened. We just kept talking and it was just
Yeah.
organic and it felt right. And it's like, yeah, it's like it's a safe space for people to feel comfortable to express whatever they need to. So like y'all feel free, please. Like whatever and whenever you need to do that. Please.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, also too, I was gonna say this too, because I know I have these streams up and I was thinking that these like could be the ones that like I could delete like after they're done,
Sure.
So just if I want everybody to feel safe with whatever they say, and that this is kind of like a one-time moment, and then it's like it's gone. You know what I mean?
It exists for what it needs to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
That's
Well,
great.
shit. Now I need to like delete all my archives. So that, okay, shit.
Or just
I mean,
or
unless
just-
we all agree, like, hey, we want to keep this up, thing, whatever. But like,
Well, I mean, you keep
You
it
know.
for posterity for the rest, like for us. And if you ever felt comfortable, like, oh man, you could actually put this out there as like, I don't know, any kind of whatever motivation thing for anybody else in the future.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think I agree with Rok-Mo in that this is great that it exists in this particular space and in this particular time. And the people who come here, that aren't necessarily part of the current roundtable, they might be able to hear this and,
Yeah.
you think you're going to do a stream for art or whatever, and you might get a lesson or some food that you didn't even realize
Exactly.
you needed. Like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe somebody's listening to this and they feel like Kendall's like, oh no, I do have the right to speak up. I do have the right to,
Right.
stand up for myself and not feel like I have to keep my my mouth shut. You never know who's watching. You never know who's listening.
Right. Exactly.
Mhm.
Can't agree more with that. But yeah, like that's pretty much, I guess, as far as like my venting, as far as like my job and stuff like that. Just trying to figure things out. Because like,
I'm so glad you said it, dude. I'm so glad. Yeah, because I feel like I'm in the same boat. It's like I'm confused too, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm in a spot where I'm comfortable with it, and that's why I keep doing it.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know if you guys ever had I guess there are times I guess, and I hate saying this too, it's like fear of the future, of like the uncertainty of like, man, like, because right now it's like I'm stuck. and it's like, shoot, what's gonna happen like a month from now, or a few months from now, that sort of thing. And it's just like, I hate thinking about that, but it's like, I'm trying my best to get out of that funk, and try to at least not watch certain content on YouTube. That's why I'm barely on Instagram. Twitter, man, forget that. I'm never on that website. Forget that website. I made an account, I think in 2018, and I have not went back there since. I'm just like, bro, I can't
It's
even
a
be
lot.
on
Yeah, it's a lot of doom scrolling on that app, actually.
Yeah, it's just Facebook. Oh, gee, that's a whole nother can of worms. It's just like, I don't want to be on here either. And it's like Instagram's like, it's starting to get to that point. I'm like, geez, like people just posting up a lot of stuff. I'm just like, bro, I just came here just what you said earlier, Chris. Like, look at cool art and just talk to cool people and stuff like that. And network. That's all I want to do on IG. If I meet some cool person, yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with that. Look at some dope art, animatics, anything. But it's like, if it's like toxic stuff, like, oh, you can't support such and such because if you support such and such, it's just like, man, I can't like, if you're not for this, you're not American. You're not American. I'm like, bro, what is going on here? Everyone's just getting hit by a lot of just nonsense sometimes. And it's just like, even to the cancel culture thing, like, man, I honestly hate seeing it so much. And what Justin was saying earlier, it's just a cesspool, just full of it's just a cesspool, pretty much all I'm gonna say. It's just like, man, people are just out here saying this. It's bringing up stuff from the past, even though someone already addressed it already. Like Kevin Hart, he apologized for what he did, but people still want to drag it and hold it over his head, and and all that stuff. And then other people, and just other celebrities like Letitia Wright, what she said about the vaccine. It's just like, bro, like I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm gonna do what I want to do and just kind of focus on art and look at more
Exactly.
videos.
Do you, dude? Do you? Do what makes you happy, and if it makes you happy, if you find what makes you happy, continue with it. Like it's sometimes it's that easy, and I feel like toxicity is almost unavoidable. Like there's no perfect platform for sure.
Right.
But like you eventually find the channels and the avenues that speak to you and that inspire you, and those are the things that you keep returning to, because it's like, okay, I feel good every time I see this kind of content. I'm gonna keep coming back to this. I'm gonna keep coming back to this person or this artist or this group or whatever. And I feel like that's part of what builds your drive. And that's something to help keep you going every day. Even if you're not producing content every day, it's good to see it. It's good to absorb it, just because it'll change the way how you look at everyday things.
Right, exactly. I know I don't know if you guys ever did, like, probably just had to, I guess I shouldn't say guess, you guys, just by us talking, like, made that shift from not looking at like this whole celebrity thing. Like, I can give two craps about what Angelina Jolie was doing last week, or oh snap, like she wasn't wearing she was wearing flip flops instead of like sneakers out. It's just like,
right?
What?
Like, why do we care?
I was mad about that. Shoot.
Wait, what happened? Who did what? Teach me, y'all. I don't know what's going on. What's happening?
You aren't missing out on anything.
I know, but it's always like when you hear people talk about stuff, and I'm like,
it sounds funny.
you know how you be like, dang, like I'm either like Brandon was saying, like I'm getting super old because I don't know what y'all talking about. Lil this person, lil dude, like I saw the dude put the crystal on his forehead, like all this stuff. It's just so interesting to me, like.
I'm sorry, I'm surprised he kind of like got jumped and robbed and is like lying dead somewhere. If you're gonna put, all right, see, I'm gonna go off on a little bit of tangent and I'm gonna let you guys get back to it. If you're dumb enough and yet rich enough to put a $24 million.
First of all, it's not even $24 million. $24.
Here comes.
He said it's right.
Okay, whoa.
On the
Yeah.
technicalities.
It's dumb if it's 24 million. That's sad, and you need to go back to school if it's $24. Absolutely not.
You think someone's gonna put $24 million on a
Have you
freaking
seen
forehead?
stuff here? Do you think? Okay.
Okay, do you think? Wait, hold on, Brandon. Hold on, Brandon.
This is telling
Hold
of my
on,
current
Brandon.
personality, but I
You
don't think these kids, and yes, I'm going to use kids, and I know how that makes me sound. I don't think these kids had a decent education past, honestly, middle school. So, do I think that someone would grow up to be age 24 or however old, make a whole bunch of money off of trash rap music? Yeah, I said it. And then with the money that he earned, decide that I'm gonna put a $24 million diamond in my forehead. Yes.
But that's the thing is though, it's not even his money. It's none of those rappers' money.
Oh,
It's
it's
the
the label's
studio's
money.
money.
Exactly.
You think you think they're gonna give him $24 million?
How much better does it work for them that this artist stays in debt to them?
It depends. It depends like how much can it get out of it.
That's
know?
really,
If they're let's just say, for argument's sake, that they're willing to let this dude part with $24 of however much they funded him or however much he made off of sales or whatever, and say, yeah, okay, cool. Here's your money. Go do what you want. You want to put the diamond in your head? Okay, cool. You owe us 6 more albums. Now you owe us 6 more albums or something like that.
But yeah, I still don't think it's real because first of all, they're not gonna. No one in their right mind will pay a $24 million little diamond. You know what I'm saying? Maybe $1 million, but not 24 or whatever amount.
Okay, maybe not 24 million. If there's no way you're putting a cheap jewel in your, if you're gonna decide,
it's a cheap. I think it's a cheap jewel. I don't think it's.
Then you just put yourself through a whole bunch of plastic surgery and pain. Like you would pay more in the plastic surgery to put that cheap jewel in your head than the actual worth of this $24 cubic zirconium that can get easily scratched and stuffed and might blind somebody else if they're driving in the opposite direction while you're going down the road. Like,
But
no,
Brandon,
okay,
it's
2.4 million.
not.
2.4
But
million.
Brandon, it's not real though. The whole thing is not. What's the purpose of having this conversation? You know what I'm saying?
Is it just a meme? Is it? I've only seen memes of it, and like I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was a joke. I
If it's
honestly.
a joke and it's not actual, then cool. I will eat my crow on it.
But
What's
No,
the
but-
purpose of
There's
it?
something in
No,
my
no,
heart
no,
that
but-
tells me people are that crazy.
But Justin
That's a
makes a
good
really good
question.
point. Like this is exactly what's feeding them. Like they want this. They want this type of like dialogue, this nonsensical dialogue, because it's like, oh well, at least it's talking about them. Like, nah, we don't do that here. We don't
This
focus
is
on
true.
that nonsense here. So just
That's what.
You let them beat us both, Justin. Damn.
no, man, Brand, you had to go off and be loud about it, man. Like I'm just saying.
I know,
I'm just
right?
saying.
But no, like I get what you're saying. Like, okay, we just talked about it, and I know one way that it gets attention is if, let's say it is gossip, let's say it isn't true, but it's in your Twitter feed or it's in your Facebook feed or whatever, and you might be tempted. Like, where did you click on this? Is this for real? Boom, attention, and now they know they got your attention.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's
But
not-
what I'm trying to say is these rappers are not rich as
oh,
what they sound to be.
absolutely.
They're already in debt with the producer. You've seen if you ever seen these like, behind the scenes kind of things, or like they have the right
They get robbed,
contract.
dude. They get robbed.
Yeah.
People
So
get
if you
robbed.
like, man, we'll give you $2 million, but you'll have to pay us back $4 million. You know what I'm
Pretty
saying?
much,
Like those
yeah.
kind
Of
of.
course, but they have to portray the image. It's like the selfie at the right angle. Like, you shoot it right here, you look really hot, not letting everybody else know that the rest of your room looks like trash, or there was a past due bill on, on the desk.
This is why celebrities just should not exist. This is why celebrity culture is just dumb. Like I just
Yep.
I don't understand. I don't.
Yep.
I choose not to consume for this very reason because it does not apply to me whatsoever.
But you have to admit, it kind of celebrities of last year didn't
Yeah, they
know
did.
what to do. They did
Yeah.
not know what to do. Now they're all
Mhm.
like on these Skypes or the what we're doing right now, Zooms.
Yeah, they're
and-
reading like
Are
the
you,
live
you
reads.
mean that
Yep.
like that bad rendition that they like all those celebrities did of that old Beatles song that did not go over well at all? That
Oh, you
was
mean
hard.
I know what you're talking about, like the Imagine All the People or something.
Mm-hmm. To
Yeah.
try,
Oh yeah.
you know,
I never saw it, but I heard it was bad. I was like, man,
You don't
Yeah.
have to. You don't have to.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
even have to.
let's
Don't
just,
don't
like,
waste your time.
let's go with Chris's theme. It's dumb. Like there was no point for it. Why?
Yeah.
Why
Hey,
did you? Why
Hey,
did you
I
waste
just, I just remember Wonder Woman was in there, and I was just like, oh, man, shut up, girl. Girl.
Like your movie was supposed to come out, or like no, just let it go. Like I don't care. And see now, okay, what? Because I listen to sports radio because I like to try and follow my team. What's the biggest piece? Like two biggest pieces of celebrity gossip? Not really celebrity gossip, but celebrity news is like Kim and Kanye are getting divorced. Okay, like.
Are they?
I'm driving. I drive in my car and I go to work.
Okay.
Like, what does this do? How does this affect me? Like, why do I care about their marriage? Am I gonna like go outside of Kim and Kanye's house and be like, no, y'all got to stay together for the kids?
See, this is what me and my parents think about. My mom's on the spot with these kind of things, but I really think Kim and Kanye were never lovers like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because the reason why she thought of this because she was over the age of 30 and she wanted kids, and I think Kanye was the best bet or something like that. And
Okay,
it was kind of
okay, so I'm trying to track that logic. I think what you're saying makes sense, but it's like, okay, you weren't kids, but you couldn't stay with the rappers or the athletes long enough that you had to go to the overly eccentric rapper who causes like drama and okay, makes sense. Like it's just dumb. It's all just
Yep.
why?
Yep.
Why?
Yep. Yep. Their lives are glorified for whatever reason because they have money does strange things to the ego. Money and fame do strange things to the ego.
I mean, I got that stimulus check and I was just going crazy. Just $7,000. I was like,
know, right?
whoa.
I paid my
Dang,
taxes.
okay.
Like I paid my taxes, and I didn't get like. Apparently, there's a chance I can get my retro stimulus checks because I didn't. So I'm telling you, when that happens, Vegas baby, flip like a
Dang.
sultan. Y'all thought celebrities on the gram were one
Remember
thing.
me when you're famous, dude.
Whoa.
whatever that means now. Whatever that
Selfies
means.
on the strip, son.
Stupid.
Yeah. And again, like we're talking about it because it's easy to get caught up in it, especially in this current time frame where it's just like, well, what the hell else do we have to do? Oh, I guess I can allow myself to be distracted, and the next thing you know, you kind of like, and I hate to like put politics in it, but kind of like politics, you fall down the rabbit hole, and then the next thing you know, you care about every single thing every celebrity is doing. Just like you want to argue with every single body about whatever side of the political spectrum that you're on.
Mhm.
I kind of don't though. Like I feel like just staying in touch with real people helps keep me grounded most of the time.
You have common sense, and not a lot of people have common sense. I can explain.
That's hilarious.
Thank you.
I don't want to deal with this. Yes, you're smarter than most people. That's the whole point. It's like
No, but like I said earlier, there's such thing as having too much of a good thing. Like sometimes the feed gets so overloaded. I'm like, I can't keep up. Like there's just so many things going on. Like even though the world, like technically the world is still halted by the pandemic, things are still happening. People are still going out being dumb and reckless. And I'm just like, why am I stuck indoors and I'm seeing this shit? Like, what am I doing wrong, or what am I not doing that's not like alluding to this? It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, real people though. That's the thing that trips me out. It's like real people that I choose not to engage anymore because I see content like that. I'm like, nah, that's cool. Like, I don't need none of that. It's just like this is a distraction that's just pissing me off now.
It's funny because some other friends of mine try and make fun of me, like, and I know they're joking, but they like needle me for, oh well, now you're doing things like streaming and you used to put up like workout videos, whatever. You're trying to be like social media famous. I'm like, dude, absolutely not. Can you imagine? Try and imagine the hell of being internet famous. Like,
that's weird.
Your everyday existence is sponsorships by likes and all this other stuff, and putting up this like false facade. And again, oh yeah, I'm internet famous, 15,000 likes. Hey Brandon, you're like 4 payments past due on your car. Oh shit. No, like that.
No, I forgot. There was some. There was a statistic somewhere that said like Kim K has X amount of followers, like X amount of billions of followers. If you have this amount of followers and 50 of those people like your post, you have 25% more likability rate or something. I was like, what?
Well, yeah. I mean, also
that was just weird though. That's just
But these celebrities is like. They can also legit pay for followers. So
yeah, they can.
They have this like a quarter. This is me like speculating. About a quarter of their actual follow count. I can't believe I'm thinking about this. Are actual people. The rest are bought and paid for. Who will also pay to like comment, to get more attention, which still gets them more money. So all these like paid followers they paid for are the ones that end up earning them their revenue.
But that's the point of it being like pointless. That's the point of like the whole thing about celebrities just do not need to exist for that very reason. It's like that doesn't make any sense.
No, what the fuck? No, it doesn't. But unfortunately, we're stuck in this age where
we are not stuck in this age. No, I don't know about you.
True.
I don't know about you.
I'm gonna stay in my house. The rest of you are out of luck. I feel you, but
it's like, not me. I am not. No. Oh boy. Kendall, did you ever finish about how you felt about the cancel culture? I think I started talking about something, but
no, I was still I was about to get into my bag in it a little bit, but I'm trying to think what I said last on it. Dang, what was I trying to remember? But like, I guess overall, or at least like, you know, man, I don't know. It's just like, I guess besides what I said earlier about like it being like a cesspool and just so much like stuff, it's just so much like just I don't know. It's just a lot of like just stuff that's just like like I just think it's just too much, and it's just like it's kind of hard to say like as far as like because I don't really get involved in that sort of stuff. I don't really care for it, honestly. It's like like you guys. I mean, I think you guys pretty much like said pretty much hit the head on the nail on most of the topics and stuff like that. Because like I'm kind of like I guess been living kind of like avoiding this stuff, and I keep hearing about it so much, and like I don't know, it gets overwhelming like after a while, and I'm just like, man, what is the point of this? Like, oh, this guy got canceled again. Wow, man. All right, I'm gonna go over here and just go back to work and stuff. Like it's just who cares? I know other people care, but it's just like, man, oh snap, such and such said of racist stuff again. Mm-hmm. Wow, it's just like, man, it's just I don't know. It's just becoming like I don't know, kind of just pointless at this like right now. Like not saying it. I guess if to other people, if it's important to them, I guess go for it. Just keep adding more gasoline to the fire, I guess. But to each his own, I guess. But for me, I'm just like, what? Everybody says what they said. If whatever they said at first, that's what they meant. You know, an apology. If they apologize afterwards, you know, it's just like, you know, what's going on here? Like you know, you mean just stick what you said at first and stop doing all this apologizing stuff. It's just I don't know. It's just kind of like it's just pointless to me, honestly. I just don't care for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all pretty much, you know, on that wavelength where it's just, and we kind of say it with this exasperation, like, why is it still here? Like,
I'm sorry, I clocked out for a second. My phone
no, you're
decided
good.
to-
No, I disagree with Kendall because I can hear I can hear the like fatigue and exasperation in his voice. And it's just like, why is this celebrity shit a thing? Like, why are you trying to get us to care? Like, it doesn't. None of it makes sense. And I know we keep coming back to that, but it's just
some celebrities don't care. Some celebrities even don't care, though. That's the crazy part. They're like, I don't care.
no, celebrities have said that before too. And guess what? People still care about what they do with their day when they've literally told you, like in public, I don't care about you. I don't care.
I just saw that tweet. No, I just saw a tweet about Jonah Hill. He did not give a shit about what his body looked like when he was coming out of a pool, and then Vice was trying to like out him on that. I was like, "Wow, go Jonah Hill, let's go," because he doesn't care. Because he doesn't care. If I find it, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
I know. I think I know what you're talking about. He was like surfing or something, right?
Yes, that's the one. I was like, "Damn, go Jonah Hill, not giving a shit." Like that's some boss type stuff.
I don't know about that.
But
should really care about that.
Like, some people who are quote unquote celebrities have not given a shit about being celebrities ever, and it's more of a rare anomaly. So when I see Joey Hill say something like that, I'm like, yeah, that tracks, because he's probably also seen like the dark side of being a celebrity and the dark side of not being loved because he had a different physique or figure that wasn't, you know, quote unquote like cookie cutter. Or what everybody wanted to see, like, oh, well, you know, I mean, even when he lost all that weight a couple of years ago, rather than like congratulating him, like, oh, yo, good for you, you care about your health, or even if you did it for a movie, like, yo, good for you, I hope you stick with it. It's like people just kept getting on him and making fun of him for like losing all of that weight. And it's like, yo, I can't win. So why am I even like bothered giving a shit? Like, I just did something that was good for me, even if it was like for a movie. And I'm still, not only am I getting shit on by the media, I'm getting shit on by my colleagues and peers. For real stuff? All right, bet, I'm out. But that's a rarity, and that's probably because, again, he saw the dark side of that, and he was, you know, pushed to that. So it's like, and
yes, okay, found it. So.
Like,
sorry,
Jonah Hill probably makes up like a very small percentage of the celebrity population that does not give a shit.
Right.
Yes. Yep.
Rok-Mo, got thoughts? I know we've kind of like kept you out of it for a minute.
What, you mean this conversation?
Yeah.
What am I thinking right now? I'm like, what? No,
what,
what is going on right now? It's almost midnight for us on
like my brain's slowing down now. It's like,
no, it's okay.
No, like yeah, like I mean, I pretty much agree with you guys on all this. I guess when I had brought up the question, I was thinking more of like our own actions when it comes to being on social media. Like, do you feel that you can really, you know, per se be yourself or say what you want to say, you know, without thinking, am I going to get canceled, or what is this friend going to think, or what is that person going to say, or, you know, what are they going to, you know, so, or is this going to bite me in the butt like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that, you know, so I guess I kind of wanted to bring it up, like, you know, like that, like, how do you, like, about yourself getting canceled? You know what I mean? Like, you know, that kind of thing. You know, or, you know, because I mean, yeah. But
If I get canceled, I'm gonna be living happily in my
I
trash
knew
can
she was
by
gonna
myself.
she's like, I've been waiting for this.
You already know. You already know.
Y'all thought you got one over on Prez? Nah.
Hermit life for me. Trash
like,
can life.
perfect.
It's all good. It's all good. But that's just me, though. I'm sure other people may feel different to that because I feel like I'm at a point where I'm okay being alone because I've learned how to talk myself out of that darkness. So not everybody has reached that point, and I feel like that's what drives people to desire connection or desire conversation, because it's hard to just like not have that. So, but if it were me, if I had to get canceled for whatever reason, yeah, it's cool. I'm cool being alone. I've dealt with it before. I can do it again.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's cool.
Well, I know you and I are like, well, all of us are really on social media, but you know, especially Twitter, and of course like Instagram to advertise ourselves. So I was thinking about what you're trying to say about cancel culture, and do you ever feel like, I mean, how often, how strongly do you feel like you have to, you know, curb what you say or watch your enthusiasm about a certain thing you might be interested in because for whatever reason might come back to bite you, or somebody might give you shit, or you know, you might get that random DM or message that says you liked the wrong thing, like
Yeah, I'd be like, who is
I
this?
can't retweet. Like, should I really retweet this? Because a lot of people
Likes
might
are
like,
no
Yeah.
longer
people
sacred.
might come after it or not like
That
it.
stuff
Whatever.
Yeah, that stuff is no longer sacred thanks to the algorithm. Like, algorithms make it so easy for everybody on your feed to see what you're looking at.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. It's so weird.
Just stop saying racist stuff. That's it.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Don't be racist. Don't be an asshole. Be nice to people. Be honest. Like, damn, integrity.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be nice or nothing. Just don't say anything.
Just be like, you don't, okay, you don't have
Right.
to be super sweet, but you can be civil. Like, you
That's
can
just
be
straight up said,
civil.
don't even have to be nice. That's cool. No, I have to be nice though. Like, I feel like I'm just nice by default. People tell me that. People tell me that in person all the time. They're like, "Oh, you're just too nice sometimes." I'm like, "Really? You haven't seen me outside of my job. You haven't heard me talk outside of my workspace. Okay, cool."
Nice.
Yeah.
No, because some people do not get to see all versions of you. There are multiple versions of you that exist in the world. Everyone gets to define what version of you that they see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you don't have just one. There's not just one version of Brandon out there. There's not just one version of Justin out there. There's not just one version of Rok-Mo out there. There's not just one version of Kendall out there. Multiple versions exist based on the interactions that you're having with different people. Like they are molding a version of you in their head. And it's like, that's weird, but it's also like, you don't have to care about that version that exists in their head. It's
That's
like
dope.
you define who you are. You already know who you are by default. It's like you validate yourself in your existence alone, and you know what you're about. It's like, it doesn't matter what other people think of you. It doesn't matter if other people cancel you. That's why I'm like, if I had to be canceled, I don't care. Like, that's cool. That's cool.
Gotcha.
It's dope. Super dope. Nice.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going off. It's like almost midnight. I'm going off over here.
No, that's great. I mean, again, like you said, not a lot of people are there, and that's just something to consider. Like, I can be honest. I can say I don't know if I'm there. I can talk a good game, and I used to be able to like talk a decent game where I had no problem like calling some people out like vaguely. It was like, but now, especially because I'm trying to do something like this, like build a community, it's like, man, should I like really watch my words or whatever? And then I realized that shit that I see on the stream in front of you guys, and it's like, maybe I don't care as much as I thought I did. I'm not sure.
You can, but also you don't have to. Like, I don't think you should have to put that type of pressure on yourself if you're not trying to be a leader figure. Like, you can let somebody else do that,
This is true.
or you can dictate it however you want to. Like, it's really how you decide the dynamic is gonna flow.
Exactly.
Right?
Also, too, guys, Dustin said he had to go, so he's
All
Good
right.
night, Dustin.
Thanks for coming through, Dustin. We appreciate you. We'll catch you next time, man.
Good night, Dustin. Didn't even know you were here, dude, but thank you. I didn't. I was just like chatting with him in Brand's thing, but he disappeared for a sec.
Yeah, he went over to Rok-Mo's chat because everybody likes Rok-Mo better than Brand, and that's okay.
There's like nothing happening over here. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, he's hilarious.
It's the same thing. It's just like Street Fighter related. I don't know.
Rok-Mo's doing some cool shit than Brand. I'm gonna go over to his stream. Nah, it's all good. I think it's just giving equal attention is all.
That's
You're
cool.
hilarious.
That's cool too.
We're just trying to support both of us, you know.
Exactly. Build a community, baby.
Nice.
That's right.
Oh man.
So how's everybody feeling right now? We've been talking for quite some time. It's been a couple hours now, I'm sure.
I know that
I'm not
kinda
keeping
went
track,
really
but-
fast. It's already been 3 hours.
Right?
Well, 3.5 for
was-
me. So
Yeesh.
yeah,
That was so fast. What the heck? Yo.
Right?
that's how you know it was good conversation too. It was like it was
Yeah.
engaging the entire time, and you know it didn't. None of it has ever felt forced, which is awesome for us only doing this roundtable now twice. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was good. That was good conversation all around. Absolutely, and
Yeah.
I think I'll always just want to encourage everybody being able to like speak up no matter what. Like if you have something to interject in the conversation, by all means, like just say it.
Feel free. Feel
Yes.
free. Mm-hmm.
Please, 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 please.
Safe space, baby.
Yeah, this was great. I really enjoyed this.
Dude, so glad you came, dude. Like,
Yeah,
so,
dude.
like for real. Like, I feel like Kendall was so quiet this whole time, and now, like, we opened the door again, and he's back.
Yeah. And it's really good to hear more of the. It's not. I mean, I want to say not. No, it was good just to hear more about like the pressure and struggle and the stuff that you're surrounded by, like at work and
That real stuff, dude.
Yeah,
it
your real
just
feelings.
it kind of puts more of the picture, because when we have our conversations, it kind of like gives me more picture of like what you go through your everyday, like that kind of pressure to live, like to live or to work at a company that doesn't allow you to like really be you, or like really it's just like you're talking,
that's
you're like
it.
the
That's
ghost,
it, though.
and then you have to like undermine who you are every day. You go in this 8 hour or 10 hours, however long you're working there, where you have to like kind of shelve yourself in a like every day, all the time, like being around people that so like it makes a lot of sense. And then when you come home, like, I mean, you still live with family and everything like that. Family could be encouraging, but still there's also the pressure of like, am I progressing? Am I going to move out? Am I going to, so it's always like this, like, you're always have to be in a different part of your shell wherever kind of like where you're going, you know what I mean? So it's hard for you to like, or at least this is what I'm seeing. It's hard to find a place where it's like, is it okay to be outside of my shell? Is it okay for me to speak what's on my mind or what's on my heart, but what's cool is that, this is a place where you can do that, and and hopefully that will start to have a stronger embodiment when you're at home or when you're at work or whenever you're at, knowing like, yo, like I'm Kendall and I exist, and like all my thoughts they matter, and how I feel about me and who I am matters, even if I work at a company where like I'm a weird thing to them and I'm black, but I don't know if they really care that I'm black or or what I've gone through or any, what I'm saying? So I don't want to try to go into it too much, but like I just pray and hope that these conversations, you being around people that want to hear you, people that you build up, that we hear, like this reflects back into your life and starts reflecting back into wherever you take yourself, knowing that, yo, you're 100% human, you exist, everything is like, you know, like you can be here, you can say what you want, you can disagree with people at work, you can disagree, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eesh. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got you. Yeah, you pretty much hit the head on the nail on my situation and stuff like that. It's just, you know, it's, I guess just to kind of keep it short, but like, you know, because it's like 3 a.m. over where I'm at, but uh, yeah, because it's like it's so hard for me just to kind of loosen up a lot, you know, because if you guys were to see me in person, like, you know, I might be a little bit kind of like, you know, kind of stiff a little bit, but like once, like after a while, like I can ease up and just loosen up because I hate when people say like, "Oh, you're so stiff, you're so you know, get looser." You know, it's like I can't because I don't know if you guys are gonna because I'm kind of like on my guard a lot, and I hate that I'm saying that, you know. But it's like, you know, that's how I am, like just out here sometimes, you know, unless I'm like with someone that I really talk to a lot and in person and stuff like that. It's like that's the only time I can like ease back, and I'm just like, you know what, this is me. What I'm saying right now. This is my real thoughts. I'm not at work. Like the whole thing we keep hearing about with like, you know, just minorities talking about like, oh, we got to code switch. We have to code switch just to, you know.
Dude, I do that all the time. I'm telling you right now, I do that all the time. The way I'm talking with you guys right now, I do not talk like this at work. I cannot. So it makes a whole lot of sense to use that as like you said, like as a guard, as a shield. If it protects you in that way, use it because it's that I feel like these are tools that just helps you find the ways which you're safe and the ways where you have to like put up those defenses. It teaches you like the techniques that you have to use to approach everyday life. So
yeah, I got you. Yeah, exactly. You know, something else I was gonna say, and also like, and also just back to the, I guess us, or at least like this, as far as like the professional side of it, it's like, you know, there are times I'm just like, dang, like if I get a new job, like, you know, because I'm so used to being in this environment, you know, and then plus me, I want to like, you know, continue to, you know, do what I do, and like, you know, hopefully become like a freelance artist, and you know, hopefully working, you know, animation someday, or just, you know, comic, you know, do some comic book stuff, just stuff like that and stuff like that. Just being able to just talk to other professionals, you know, without just kind of like doing all this code switching. I could just like express myself just how I want to be, and just, you know, all the experience that I've had, and just being able just to talk with other professionals, other, my pretty much like relationship with peers, you know, people that I might get a potential job for, just that sort of thing. You know, that's something I've been thinking about a lot about, you know. But you know, where I'm at now, I'm just like, my brain is just mashed potatoes, you know, with extra gravy and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, like, I don't even know if I could talk to such and such if I get hired at this place. I'm just like, huh?
no, but like you have to put your mind in those places so that you can prepare yourself for that. That's how you build up for success. Like you visualize yourself in positions where it's like, I want to have this success. Okay, how am I going to do it? I am going to talk to that person, and here's what I'm going to say. These are my talking points, and this is how you build I guess the courage and the stamina to do it. It's like you start practicing in your mind how it's going to go down. I'm sure I don't know if you do this already, but I would highly recommend it because it helps me out. It has helped me out through several interview processes where I didn't know what I was going to say, but I would think about talking points that I wanted to bring out. Like, these are my strengths as an employee. Here's why you want to hire me, and this is what I'm looking for in a company. Can you provide this for me? If not, I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm already halfway done with this interview. It's like it already helps guide me in the direction that I know that I want to be.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. It's just like, I hate that I don't know. I shouldn't say I hate, but it's just like, I know. It's like I guess I'm just being really honest with myself. Just like, you know, the whole interview thing, because like even looking for a job recently, oh, that anxiety kicked in. Like, oh shoot, you know, I'm so used to this, and like I said before, like I'm just so used to this environment, and it's like
Mhm.
certain situation. It's just like the same old stuff every day, and it's just like I'm just kind of like desensitized as far as like I guess maybe I don't pick it up like that as far as like what I my duties, how I should
Mhm.
talk I mean I've been in interviews like the last one I was in maybe was like a year ago, 2 years
Mhm.
ago I think.
Mhm.
And, that was kind of like nerve wracking a little bit because it was like, man, it's been a while since I've been to these things, and like that sort of thing.
So you're going, okay, so my advice for that is that you're going to start making a list of all the things that you want in the future. And when you start finding those things and whatever next position that you find it in, or whatever school or place that you find it, that you can check those off your list and you'll be that much closer to finding exactly where you need to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, like I feel like I have to do the same thing too. Like for the life of me, I had to find out, okay, I need a team that communicates with me. I need a place that values these things. I need a place that respects me as being this type of person. Like I didn't realize that going into my first or second job. I was just like, no, I just kind of want the experience. And my dumbass was like, nah, I have to experience all these dumb things and be stressed out by all these dumb people for no
Mhm.
reason. But it's like it's not all for naught though. Like those experiences taught me the things that I don't want, and it's what's helped lead me to where I am today. So I
Mm.
mean, if anything, I hope that would help you find your way. I
Mm.
know you're probably not gonna go the same route that I did, but I hope you find it sooner. So best of
Right.
luck.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hmm. Hmm. Damn, I feel like I just talked everybody to sleep right now.
No, 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 no,
Nah,
no, 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 no.
I'm just trying to look productive on stream is all. That's it. But I'm listening.
Well,
It's
I
like
mean,
my image.
we have been on it for a while, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure if y'all want to close out or.
About to
Honestly, that's up
because
to
I
each
gotta
one of you. Like
go to
this,
work.
this can go on as long as it needs to. I know people gotta like go to sleep because they gotta get up in the morning because y'all are responsible adults, unlike me. So I get it.
No,
Nah,
I'm still off
yeah.
tomorrow, so I'm here listening and chatting and like vibing. I could go on, but you need to remember I don't know how to turn off that switch. Like it's
It's
just
all
like
good. It's all good.
mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
good on mine. I can keep going because I really I really kind of want to finish this stupid fan art, but yeah.
It ain't
I got
stupid
it.
if you're working on it, bro.
Oh, it is when I'm frustrated with it. I'm like,
Okay.
just be done already. But no,
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. It
I think my man's Justin is about to tap out though.
oh,
Yeah.
you gotta be up in like God, less than 5 hours.
Yeah.
yeah. Justin's. I'm gonna be
Worth
leaving
it.
too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start
Worth it.
streaming.
yeah, dude, go to F to sleep.
Okay. Well, it was really good talking to everybody tonight. I really have a pleasure doing these things with y'all. So everybody have a good rest of your evening and have a good Sunday and beginning of the next week.
Right,
All
right.
I don't know how to wrap these
right.
things up. Shit.
No, it was super
Hey,
nice.
good.
I really want to thank everybody who came to the roundtable again and was great conversation. I thank everyone for each and every one of you for your input. It was absolutely excellent. Well, I don't know if I'm closing out the stream yet, but for everybody who was also able to watch, thank you for watching the stream. Truly, we value your presence, we value your time, and we hope that you come back again and enjoy the hell out of this. I don't know if anybody like wants to, give a social, like, in case people might want to like reach them or see their art or something like that if we haven't done it before. But
That's a
if
good
you want
idea.
if you want some like closing thoughts, now's the time. Feel free, say your piece, give your socials, tell the people how they can reach you.
All right, so I'll go first. So my Instagram poll is Justin Holton. So it's JUSTINHOLTON at Instagram. So you can follow me there, say hi. That's it.
Nice.
All right, and adios. I gotta go to bed.
He's like, I better get out of here.
All right, later, Justin.
All right, Justin, we'll catch you, bro.
All right,
Peace.
bye.
Anybody else, unless you feel like staying up and drawing, like, yeah.
I'll go next. I'm Kendall. Well, my Instagram is Kendall Mathis3. KENDALLMATHIS.
Yes.
I'm on IG, Instagram. Check me out. I'm gonna post up more stuff soon once I get my get me a plan together and get a good consistent thing going. Get my group back. I'm also on Twitch. Same name, Kendall Mathis 3. That's my Twitch. Hopefully, same thing. I'll start twitching again and be consistent with that and make a like a good schedule for that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Oh, nice plug. No, I don't have the Twitch. I mean, I'm on it, but I don't really stream content. I'm just here to hang out with the guys. I talk a lot of shit. Keyboard warrior over here. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I got a SoundCloud. I got a YouTube page. Everything under the name Pure Mystery. So PUREMYSTERY. Just like Mysteries Incorporated. That's how to find me. Come troll me or not.
Oh my god, this is so awesome.
Nice, very nice.
I guess I'll go next. You guys know this is Rok-Mo. Most of them, it's you can find me on the socials, Rok-Mo, ROKMO _EX, because some cool person already took my name. So that's for most of the places. Sometimes on Rok-Mo and like YouTube, you can search Rok-Mo and I think I find it, I come up, whatever. But yeah, it's been, yeah, that's where you can find me. Yeah.
Thank you guys for hosting.
Brandon Lane, and you can catch me on my socials at Brandonian _syndrome on Instagram and Brandonian Sin, SYN on Twitter. But as always, don't follow me. I don't need your pity follows. I don't need you to waste my time. Ain't you got something better to do to be on social media? Didn't we just talk about this? Go on. Leave me alone. I don't care. Don't follow me for my art. I do art for me. Possibly to get a job in the future. But I don't want you to see my stuff. Not yet. Go follow Rok-Mo. He's a good human being. Go watch his art. Go follow Prisma. But leave me alone. I don't need you. I'm good on my own. I'm my own man. I don't need no social media attention or follow. Go away. Go away.
He said, get away.
Bran is the Oscar the Grouch 2021
Anyway,
vibe.
We love y'all on here because I love to joke and I love to have fun. And again, we thank each and everybody who came here, who came through, who watched the stream. Hopefully we said something or did something that resonated with you and made you feel awesome. And if you want to catch more of that, we will have more of these roundtables in the future because I know for a fact that each and every person here has something great to offer and something great to say. So, keep your schedule open on weekends. Well, it's not really like you got anywhere to go or anything to do, so you might as well just come and hang out with us, Saturdays and or Sundays. And you can catch me, of course, on Twitch at twitch.tv/Brandonian _syndrome. And you can catch the good brother, El Bueno Hermano, Rok-Mo, at twitch.tv/Rok-Mo _EX.
Yes.
I don't
Wow,
know
how
if
nice.
I close that out. I got nothing after that. That's it.
Brandon, you should have been in like voice acting or something. I swear, you should have done voice acting at some point.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe.
pretty sure that's coming up. I'm pretty sure because
You could. You still can. There's always time,
There's
dude.
still time. I'm not dead yet. Absolutely. I never really thought about it. Honestly, I hate my voice. I don't think I have the voice for it. But
Excuse me?
why not?
no.
Bro,
I really
Volume-
don't.
Mr.
That is the
Volume
God's
Control
honest
over
truth.
here.
I don't.
Mr. Volume Control over here does not have the voice for you.
Yeah,
Joking, right?
I know. I get that from one side of my family, and I can't do anything about that. So it just is what it is. I try to be soft spoken, and it doesn't come out that way. So I apologize to everybody's eardrums.
Okay,
But,
it's been really nice talking to you guys. I'm gonna head out for the evening
All right.
because my Benadryl is starting to kick in now. So
Yeah. okay.
y'all have a lovely day.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. I'm out too, you guys. We'll see ya. I'll be stopping the stream. And good night, you guys, man. This was super.
All right. We're out of here. Night party, people.
Good
Peace.
night, everyone. Yeesh. And for the stream, it was great. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I guess I'll just keep this up here, unless somebody tells me they don't want it up. But it's been good. I'm gonna go rest. So I'm gonna actually go sleep. I'm not gonna overwork tonight. I'm gonna get up tomorrow and got some good church, and then we'll get back to work. Got a podcast recording I'm looking forward to, and I want to get done with these boards. So, but yeah, you guys have an awesome night. Thank you guys for stopping by, and yeah.